Coming to you live from my phone, it's List Critics 2.
Yes, it is. And Jesse is actually on his fucking stupid iPhone.
Yeah,
Because...
it's an iPhone 6 Plus.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Because he doesn't have a computer that can run Skype anymore.
Yeah. It's so old.
I thought you were going to get a new one.
That's in the works right now. It's
been
happening.
In the work. That's been in the works for a really long time.
Well, I just procrastinated, but now for sure.
Because you had access to your girlfriend's laptop.
Well, things have changed.
And now you two have broken up. You've gone through it. You just wore her out again.
Of course.
Jesse's like, I broke up with my girlfriend. Why? Just fucked her out, man. That wasn't what he actually said, but
no.
That would be a much better reason. What was it you said? She was lazy?
Well, I don't really want to get into it on here.
Yeah, but that's just wacky. All right.
Yeah.
Like when you told me that, I was like, that's weird. But
all right.
Let's get into Tumblr Gets Deep.
Yeah, we're gonna get deep, all right.
Yeah. 21 of them. First one, Swordy says, I can hold a wet bar of soap better than a conversation.
Something concrete with something abstract.
Who the hell uses bar soap anymore?
We have a bar of soap in the bathroom, and it's never getting used.
I can't remember the last time I saw a bar of soap.
And in a museum?
I was a holdout for a long time, and then using the bar soap, and then just I just made the switch to liquid soap like everyone else.
Oh, body wash.
Body wash in the shower, the liquid soap out at the sink.
I like the Old Spice. The Old Spice body wash.
Power.
Yes.
I love those new commercials where you have the two guys kind of dueling with each other. That is hilarious.
I know which ones you mean. They're so good.
Yeah. Moose King of Hell says, forever wondering if I'm contributing to a conversation by using my own experiences or being self-centered and rude.
I've often wondered that myself, actually.
I think if you're concerned with it, then you're probably not being rude.
Because it'll be like, oh, I got this problem. Then you're like, well, when I had this problem, I yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So, really,
Yeah, but, there's a difference between trying to contribute to it and always making it about you, But, people who always got to make it about them, I don't think they're that aware of it.
They don't even stop to think. It's just, obviously I'm going to put myself in here.
Yeah. Okay, so this next one shows these 4 comparisons of logos of the original or older versions of the logos and then the modern versions. They got the Cartoon Network, eBay, Nickelodeon, and Pepsi. And if you know how the Cartoon Network, the C in the end were kind of askew?
Yeah.
And now they're not. eBay, the letters used to be all different sizes and orientations and they were overlapping each other. And now it's just very plain eBay.
Uh-oh.
Nickelodeon used to have a wacky font and a orange splatter behind it, and now it's much more simple. Pepsi, the new logo is terrible. But it's once again, it's more simple. And the person says, it's like these companies have finally gotten out of their wild college party years and are now trying to be mature adults now. And the next person says, same goes for the Windows logo. I mean, look at this shit. And they post the old Windows logo and the new Windows logo. It used to look like a waving banner, and now it's just literally 4 squares. And somebody says, it's like somebody just ironed the logo.
Yeah, it's like these companies come in like a Q5 kind of thing, and they just want to streamline.
Yeah, everything's so flat now. You know what? I don't mind most of these changes, but you know which one really fucking has irritated the hell out of me? And you might know this because I mentioned it on List Critics, was the Google logo.
Yeah, I've just recently seen it. Like when you go on the Google page, it's just boring.
It is so boring. I miss the old wacky Google logo, and I really don't like the icon that shows up in tabs and like on your phone for the Google app. Well, you don't have the Google app, I'm betting, but
Mm,
you have Siri instead. But the
yeah,
G is actually looks way dumber now.
yeah.
But
Like, what's wrong with being crazy and wacky?
it
Like,
used to be that blue square with the white undercase G on it, and that was your Google app, and now it's this big uppercase G made up out of all the colors of the logo, and it just looks stupid. Anyway, moving on.
yeah.
Official Deadline John says political comics that are just kids holding books and going, "What's this? Not electronic? No computer? Not a phone? How can it be?" will always crack me up. And it shows a political style cartoon of these two kids in a class, and they're holding these big books, and one is saying to the other, "How do you turn this thing on?"
Hmm.
And then he replies to himself, and he says, "I think old people do this just to feel better about themselves. Because they... Oh, actually, it's a different person. It's hyper chaotic.
Ah.
I think old people do this just to feel better about themselves because they don't know how to use a computer, and they think that it works the other way around for some reason." Yeah, well, I don't know how to use a computer, and these kids must not know how to use a letter. You know?
It almost sounded like you were trying to channel a little bit of Bill Cosby there for a sec.
Blah, blah, with yellow pudding.
But yeah, I know what you
Because
mean.
I gave her the old hot Cosby.
Uh,
All right, this next one says, pros and cons of wearing all black. Check you later. Chick you later alligator says, pros, hot as hell. Cons, hot as hell. This is Raven Roth replies with, I reblogged this earlier, and I'm just now getting the pun.
oh, jeez.
Oh, there you go.
Well, also, you might be confused for an associate at Walmart.
Why, you don't wear all black?
Yeah, you do. Oh, I do.
Is that a Canada thing? Because they wear blue here.
Well, okay, the blue smock. But besides that, you have to wear all black.
I've never noticed. Natural Corn Killer says, honestly, I cannot wait for fall. I'm going to fuck a leaf.
Okay.
You're going to fuck a leaf, dude?
He must have a very poor set of sexual equipment then.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's like a big giant rhubarb leaf.
Well, if it's the average leaf, I mean, they fall when in the fall they fall and they're all crumpled and crinkly.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you're missing the point. Is that this person is really jazzed for fall?
Yes, yeah. I'm just being stupid.
Yeah. Okay, this is just hilarious. These people post these words and then like they're theoretical opposites, I guess. Blaine Warbler starts with penis and penisn't.
Aha.
Indigo Satch posts vagina and vagouta. Professor Smith is anus and ain't you. And Quo FOMO ends it with blowjob and blow unemployed.
Oh.
Rose Last Rider says you are the dancing queen, blood-curdling scream, 47 Bs.
I don't follow.
I think you got to think of it as like the ABBA song.
Dancing Queen Bee.
I don't know. I think you got to think of like you are the dancing queen, blood-curdling scream, 47 Bs.
What?
Suddenly it's funny, right? If you don't sing it, it's not funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have, if I'd have seen it and read it in my head, I'd be like...
Maybe that's what they think the lyrics are. Geechee says, complaint, why do all video games lately have a super extreme nightmare extra hard mode, but not an extra easy mode? Please be nice to me. I'm so bad at video games. Please.
Like a 1999 mode or something.
Well, that's not easy. That's
no,
harder.
but no, that's the crazy ultimate nightmare mode.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, Mega Man 9 and 10, or no, was it 9 and 10 or just 10 that had like a super easy
10
mode?
had the easy mode.
Yeah, and I played it for a little bit, and I was like, Oh, it's too easy.
All right, this one doesn't have a name. Okay, this is a person doing an impression. When I'm on the phone with my mom. Okay, 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 okay,
Oh my
okay,
god.
okay, bye, okay, 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 okay. It's so true.
It's so unbelievably true. That is the last conversation I had with my mom.
I love how there's that bye in the middle of it, but that's never the end of the conversation.
Yeah, because it's always bye, love you
It's always
too.
no, it's like,
Oh,
no, bye,
honey.
okay, 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 bye, okay, okay. That's the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
Average Fairy says, you know what's so rude, though? Like, why are bottles of honey shaped like bears? Bees make the honey, and these phony-ass bears get all the glory. Justice for bees. And they reply to themselves and say, people keep telling me this is the plot of Bee Movie. I honestly never knew. I thought that movie was about a woman trying to fuck a bee. Why would you think it's about that? I mean, I can understand you don't know it's about the bear thing, but why would you assume that Bee Movie, which is an animated cartoon that Jerry Seinfeld made,
What's the deal with bees?
is about a woman trying to fuck a bee? What?
How do you even go about doing that? Do you have to be? I guess you have to become a bee yourself.
Maybe that's it, right? Angry 90s Lesbian says the KKK has released a statement against Anonymous basically saying you are cowards who hide behind pathetic masks. Like, who's going to tell them?
Yeah, like, it'd be
yeah.
funny if that sentence just ended with like a dash.
Yeah. And Mono Bear Theater replies with, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Consulting Gaytective. That's this person's name. I just want to point that out. Consulting Gaytective.
Nice.
What is my perfect crime? I break into Tiffany's at night. Do I go for the vault? No, I go for the chandelier. It's priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's her father's business. She's Tiffany. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come and I escape in one of their uniforms. I tell her to meet me in Mexico, but I go to Canada. I don't trust her. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son, and he's the chief of police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell Tiffany to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero. She's been waiting for me all these years. She's never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Berlin. That's where I stash the chandelier.
This person's really thought this out.
They put way too much thought into something that's incredibly stupid.
That sounds like a plot to some kind of Lifetime movie or something.
Except that, I guess that's what Tumblr does. They put way too much thought into something that's really stupid. I just described Tumblr in a nutshell.
They get deep.
They get high, son. Gnarly says, me, what is going on over there?
That's one of the dogs trying to get in.
Okay. First one finished when eating with friends. Still hungry. Looks at friends' food. You gonna fuck that up?
What a way to put it.
Yep.
Not you gonna eat that.
You gonna fuck that up? Ostracized Poodle says, I've seen things. Favorite replies with, how many things? Ostracized Poodle replies with, 8.
Just 8?
They've seen 8 things.
Looking around this room, looking on the wall, I see 9 things just in that moment.
No, Jesse, you don't get it.
Yeah.
When somebody says, I've seen things,
Yes.
they're talking about they've been through shit.
Yes, I know.
He's been through 8 shit.
Oh. Okay. I thought he was being literal.
No. Queen Bafo says, honestly, what the fuck is even going on with Skyrim? You can learn chemistry by eating bees.
All right. Haven't played Skyrim. You're going to have to explain this one.
Well, you know how you can eat potion ingredients to raise your alchemy level?
I guess. I don't know.
You never did that in Morrowind or Oblivion?
I only played Oblivion, but I don't think I really got into the chemistry of things.
Oh, well, you know, okay, usually you would raise your alchemy by making potions, right?
All right.
But you can actually get a small boost in alchemy by consuming the raw ingredients.
Ah.
Which is funny when you eat diamonds and shit, you know?
Eat diamonds.
Yeah, you could eat diamonds. But, like, in Skyrim, the ingredients are a lot more natural. Like, they're usually plants and insects and shit like that.
Yeah, because shit,
So, yes,
a diamond, holy.
You can get bees and eat them, and that will raise your alchemy, which is the fantasy world equivalent of chemistry. So saying you can learn chemistry by eating bees. You notice bees are a theme in today's Tumblr Gets Deep?
It seems so,
Yeah.
eh?
Well, anyway, Cardoza replies to that with, "This is literally the only thing anyone has ever said that's made me want to play Skyrim." They're like, oh, fantasy, dragons, who cares? I don't give a shit. Open world.
Something,
Open world, fuck that. You could eat bees and learn chemistry? I gotta get on that shit. I gotta fuck it up.
I'm gonna learn something.
Yeah. Okay, my dog Snoke says, if you write in cursive, I hate you. Chuhana replies in a cursive font with lol.
Trollololololol.
Trollolololol. Cooney Buff... Oh, wait, I gotta scroll down further. Okay. Bidoof Swish says, what should I draw? Cooney Buffoonery says, toads in professional outfits. And then the original poster replies with a bunch of toads wearing suits, and one of them is sitting at a desk with a little nameplate that says Toad. It says, if I don't have more flies on my desk by Monday, you can kiss your job goodbye.
Well, I guess they followed through.
Yeah, well, they wanted to know what to draw, and somebody gave him an idea. It wasn't a good idea, but it was an idea.
And then they ran with it. Or hopped
Space
with it.
Theory! Mellarkish says, the sun is gay, and the moon is super gay.
Okay. I don't see how...
I don't get it. I'm just going to move on.
Yeah?
What Larry says, if you are a vegan, great. Tell me and I will never serve you meat or try to question you about it. But if you ever tell me that I'm a killer or try to make me feel bad for eating meat, I will eat you.
Whoa! It's a little extreme.
I don't know, sounds reasonable. Young Mushroom replies with, okay, but consider this, you should feel bad. And then the original, no, not the original person. H. Becky Barnes says, but consider this, I will eat you. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny because we just released the new Zombie Sneak Attack record, and there's a song that Andrew did on it called Eat Vegans.
Eat Vegans, yes.
I came up with the title, but he actually made the song. What did you hear? What did you think of the new ZSA?
Very good.
Yeah.
I like chocolate milk being a particular
That's our
favorite
hit single.
Of course.
Sorry, I made that. I was giggling throughout the whole process. And I remember I was describing it to Andrew as I'm making the song, and I'm like, I wasn't literally describing it, but I kept saying this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. This is so fucking horrible. This is amazingly stupid. And then when I played it back for myself, I laughed my ass off. I was like, you gotta fucking hear this. I sent it to him, and I just get this response. It's like ... And then like a little bit later, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. I love it.
And then just hit single.
Yep. Valid X2 is the last one. Says, having sex outside sounds pretty adventurous, but... Oh, this is an old one. We've seen this, but I did this on List Critics. But here it is. Having sex outside sounds pretty adventurous, but what if a bug crawl up your asshole? Then what you gonna do?
Bring it along for the ride. It'll maybe tickle your pickle, you know?
Oh. Well, you know, when that was a repeat. When I did that one on List Critics, Tanya said that has happened to her.
Oh,
and yeah. I was like, what? A bug crawled up your asshole? And she's like, not there. And I'm like, oh, that's worse.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Ladybug just making its way in.
And I imagine it was one of those big carpenter ants.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just barging in uninvited.
I don't know why the bug... You know, here's the thing. Why would the bugs want to go up your asshole?
Oh. Food. Unlimited supply of food.
Yeah, I guess. It's warm and dank, and there's plenty to eat.
Dank.
Add up 21. This was a pretty good one, actually. But I do got to take a point off for The repeat. I'm going to give it a 19. What do you say, Jesse?
I was feeling 18.
18, okay. You're feeling 18? That's youthful. All right, 15 Twitter jokes everyone should read.
Sounds good.
Dan Mentos at Dan Mentos says, it's called being condescending. Maybe you've heard of it.
I don't know. Have I?
Very meta. I like it.
Yes.
Lady at Lady Broseph says, if I opened a bar, I'd name it Crowbar because it's the opposite of work and sounds good.
Oh, shit. That's good. Go with it.
I like it. Manda Like Wine at Manda Like Wine says, so weird how furniture stores call them bedside tables instead of snack wrapper graveyards. That's so fucking true.
Amen to that, man.
Holy shit. Snorkel Hua Hua says, you are all invited to my murder shed. I mean, my shed.
It's about to be a murder shed.
Molly at Molly Cat says, hi, Mom, can you pick me up from life?
Ouch.
Glenn Rockowitz at Just a Ride says, I hope one day I'm happy enough to hold my coffee with both hands.
What? Huh? I don't know.
I guess if you think about it, if you hold your coffee with two hands, it does connotate some sort of contentment.
I suppose so.
Yeah. That one belongs on Tumblr Gets Deep.
Yeah.
Jason Miller at Longwell26 says, so, like, jellyfish or some kind of angry ocean barf that can bite you? No, I don't think so. 0 stars.
Jellyfish, the review.
Lauren Reeves at Lauren Reeves says, I love the smell of a new car. The taste? Not so much. Well,
Yeah, it just tastes like carbon.
I've never sampled that. But
Carbon. Okay.
Fahim Anwar at Fahim Anwar says, cosplay is for nerds, says the man who wears another man's sports jersey.
Oh, shit, take that.
Well, sports fans are really just sports nerds. I mean, we've
Except they're just nerds of a different color.
Yeah, we've pretty much, as a society, realized that in the last couple of years.
I mean, fantasy football, come on.
Yeah, that's
fantasy.
Dungeons and Dragons for jocks.
Fantasy football, fantasy.
Yeah. Okay, Chris Worthington at some Chris tweet says, I hope whatever you're doing is creatively fulfilling. I hope you know I love you, and I hope snakes don't invent jetpacks before we do.
Ooh, snakes with jetpacks.
Imagine if it was spiders with jetpacks.
Fuck,
You're like, I'm done. I'm out.
Kill myself, man.
Claudia Martin at Cloudy Piano says, all I want is somebody to rub my feet and like 500 other things.
Yeah, just a you know, just a little request.
Yeah. Trayvon Free at Trayvon says, the hardest part about being black is deciding what stereotypes to live up to and remembering not to step on my penis.
Nice. Take that, people.
Go ahead, say it. Take that, white people.
Bunch of wasps.
Kim Monty at Kimmy Monty says, you know, when you meet someone, you just know their phone screen is cracked without even seeing it.
I could picture the person.
I could too. That's my brother-in-law.
Actually, I knew a couple of people that even though their phone cracked, they could still use it because the speech worked, and they were blind.
Yeah, there you go.
So, whatever. Phone
well,
crack
like my brother-in-law's phone screen a couple of years ago looked like he stepped on it a couple of times. And he was still using it, like no problem.
All right.
L.O. Hell at L.O. Hell says, many English names are derived from occupations, like Fletcher is an arrow maker, Cooper is a barrel maker, or Cunningham is a tricky pig.
A Cunningham.
And finally, Pat Tobin at Taste Factory says, when parents say to kids, go to your room and think about what you've done, it's a really good practice for what you'll do every night as an adult.
Tell me about it. Jeez.
Go to your room and think about what you've done. All right. Well, that was particularly strong Twitter jokes.
Yes, some of them were a little bad, but...
Yeah, but usually half of them are bad.
Yeah.
So out of 15, I'm going to go 13 on that one.
Me too.
Okay. Now, I have a couple lists sitting here. Let's see what we got here.
Have them stand at attention.
All right, I like this. 20 PhDs were asked. So these are very, very smart people.
Okay.
These are doctors, but not medical doctors.
Oh, okay.
You know, a PhD is basically someone who got the title of doctor just for being insanely smart.
Yeah, you can be a doctor of music.
Yeah, exactly. You could be a doctor of literature.
A doctor of pussy.
Well, that would be Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
But I think he gave himself that title.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb.
You know,
Which one went to, you know...
I never understood why Dr. Dre was like Dr. Dre. You know, I never understood why until I heard that song, Forgot About Dre, where he says, when your album sales wasn't doing too good, who's the doctor they told you to go see? And I'm like, oh, I get it. He cures your whackness.
He's the fixer.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, these PhDs, 20 of them were asked, what is a dumbed-down summary of your thesis? And these are the best answers. So basically, this must have come from Reddit or something. They had PhDs, and they said, your thesis is basically the last thing you do to get the PhD. And they were to boil it down to one stupid sentence. So here they are. Number 1. Does music express emotions or just elicit them? Read the next 200 pages to not find out. And that's funny because that's the first thing you mentioned, that you could be a doctor of music, and there you go.
Yeah, and then you just talk about everything but the one thing you want to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the thing is, they had a question, and that's how you start, and they didn't find an answer. And that's how it usually ends.
Maybe there is no answer, and that's the answer. Oh boy, my head just blew up.
Number 2, girls take birth control. Girls then pee out unmetabolized estrogens from birth control. Pee goes into water treatment plant. Estrogens not treated. Male fish become female fish.
What?
That does happen.
Male fish become female fish because of all the estrogens.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Number 3, nanoparticles are weird, and I accidentally made a bomb and electrocuted myself.
That sounds like an interesting thesis.
It does sound fun.
Make it a video.
I don't know if you could read 400 pages on that, but...
Oh.
Number 4, people trying meditation for the first time get aroused.
400 pages of getting aroused? I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe.
Number 5, when I get rid of this gene, it messes up the brain a lot.
Ooh, I'd hate to find out the experiments involved in that.
Number 6, computer AI systems can learn to operate a warp drive and automatically build an instructional system to train people how to use it. My dissertation is probably the only one in existence that refers to the Star Trek technical manual.
Oh shit, for real?
That's pretty cool, actually.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Number 7, my experimental drug does not cure addiction. There you go.
Right there, experimental drug.
Yeah.
Drug.
Well, I mean, some of them work, some of them don't. Yeah. Number 8, making new magnets from old magnets because we're running out of magnets.
How do they work?
Don't do that. Number 9, impatients with schizophrenia are happier and socialize more in the context of a music listening group. It was obvious before we began the project, and we learned nothing.
Everything I just said, moot point.
Number 10, little things stick together. Here's a slightly easier way to calculate their stickiness. I like that.
These people, they just have to look at this and go, oh, I wasted, like, so much time just to find out.
But they're PhDs now.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 11, there are amoebas living in volcanoes, but I never captured Bigfoot on film. I tried. Wow.
So
How are those two things even related?
Yeah, you start with looking for Bigfoot and you end up with amoebas and volcanoes.
There you go. Number 12, we can take random pieces of bacterial DNA from beaver poop and put them into other bacteria to discover new things, like how to break wood down into biofuels. Yes, I had to dissect dead beavers and handle their poop.
Oh, well, that's a little bit more...
unpleasant?
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
I think that's in Skyrim, too.
Ugh.
Number 13, this protein looks like it might contribute to asthma. Oh, it turns out it probably doesn't. Number 14. I crunch numbers using a supercomputer in the hopes of ensuring a fusion reactor in France doesn't get fried on the inside.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess
Hope that turned out okay.
Yeah, I guess it turned out okay. Otherwise, we might have heard something.
Yeah. Number 15, two proteins touch each other in a specific place in the developing heart. No idea if it's important or anything.
Now show me where on the doll the protein touched you.
Number 16, I can make models of galaxies in a computer, but I can't explain why they don't act like real ones, even if I bash them together or stir them around.
I just picture this guy, like, just bashing two of them.
Yeah. Come on, work, man. Number 17, people sometimes think about animals as if they're people. People like those animals a little more than regular animals, except when they don't. I can't believe they gave me a PhD.
The ending part's the best.
Yeah. Number 18, sand washes away, so don't build important stuff on it.
Oh, you mean like Florida?
Oh, snap. Number 19, why does a coffee stain looks the way it is, and how you can use it to make anti-laser glasses.
What?
That's a big leap right there.
Yeah, I think I
big
fell
old
off
fucking
the
Superman
chasm.
leaf. Number 20, you can make antimatter move in strange ways if you set up your equipment wrong.
Good? I guess. These are some weird-ass theses.
Well, you got to remember they're boiling a lot of jargon down to sound dumb.
Yeah.
You know. But there you go. That's out of 20. I'm going to give that a 20 because it was very entertaining.
Yeah, they were all pretty good, man.
Okay. Now here's something I picked up in the sidebar. It is technically a list, but I thought we might make a little bit of a game out of it.
Uh-oh.
These are, how many? 25 commonly mispronounced words.
Oh, no.
Now, some of them are not real words. Like the first one is from Harry Potter, but still.
Okay.
Most of them are words
So,
going down it.
you're going to send it to me, and I'm going to try and say it.
Yeah, you're going to tell me how you would say it, and then I will tell you that you're dumb or whatever. And
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, here's the first. Like I said, this first one's from Harry Potter. There it is.
Oh, Voldemort.
Say it again?
Voldemort.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Why? How do you say it?
You don't pronounce the T.
Oh, Voldemort.
It's just Voldemort.
Ah,
Voldemort.
well,
I actually knew that because that's how
Mort
J.K.
means-
Rowling says it, so... Yes,
Oh.
Voldemort.
I don't really watch her talk.
Well, no, it was like a blog post from like many, many years ago. Here's the next one.
Oh, mischievous.
That
There's
is
no,
correct.
there's
is
no
correct.
extra I,
It is mischievous.
people.
Some people say mischievous,
Yes.
but it's... Yeah, it's mischievous.
I like how mischievous sounds, though. It's nice.
It does just sound better, right?
It sounds mischievous.
It does sound mischievous. Okay, here's the next one.
Espresso.
Yes, there's no X in espresso.
No, that's a bird in Donkey Kong Country.
It is, too. Oh, espresso. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the next one.
Voluptuous.
Yes.
Volup.
Voluptuous, you're correct.
How do people normally say it
A
wrong?
lot of people put like an M in there. They say voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
Yeah, it sounds funny, doesn't it? Okay, now this is one that you probably say this one more often than I do because you're Canadian, and honestly, I believe that either way is correct, but here it is.
Oh, kilometer.
They're saying it's kilometer.
Really?
Yes.
I don't like how that sounds.
I think it probably is the correct way because you think it's derived from meter. You know what I mean? Centimeter is not centimeter, right?
Whereas kilometer, it just sounds like one
Yeah,
solid,
it's just
one
word,
word.
you know. Like
Instead of-
honestly, like it's centimeter, not centimeter, right?
And just kilo.
So I get
meter,
it, but
you
so
know.
many people say kilometer that it has to have been codified. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just part of the regular diction now.
But I don't say kilometer or kilometer very often because you don't have that here.
You say miles.
Miles, yeah. Okay, here's the next one.
It's pronounced nuclear.
Well, it's not Homer.
No, it's nuclear.
Nuclear, correct. Nuclear is a completely different word.
Does it actually mean something?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Pertaining to a nucleus.
You know what? Yeah.
Also, a nuclear family is a traditional family. because it's centered, like a nucleus.
Like a nucleus, yeah.
Okay, this is the one that everybody says wrong.
Oh, February.
You actually said it right.
Is that how? Really?
February, yeah.
No, I don't say February. That sounds weird.
Most people say February.
That sounds weird.
It sounds normal because I'm so used to hearing it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But yes, it is February. Most people don't even realize there's an R in there at all, and they spell it wrong as well. So, because they've gotten so used to saying it wrong that they spell it the way it's said.
February, yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of blur the R and the U together.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but most people don't even say the R.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
Prerogative.
Say it again?
Prerogative?
No.
What is it?
Completely off. It's prerogative.
Really?
Look at the first three letters. P-R-E.
Okay.
There's no P-E-R. And that is another one that is so commonly said wrong that most people spell it wrong.
I do pronounce both R's, but
in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's one that when I first looked at this the other day, I did not know this. It is a brand name. I've been saying it wrong. There it is.
Oh boy, Nutella.
Yeah, I've been saying Nutella.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's made from nuts. Nutella, right? No, apparently it's Nutella.
Oh, Nutella on your face.
There you go. Oh, don't do that.
But no, it's Nutella.
Okay, here's another one that everybody says wrong.
Triathlon?
Yeah, it's triathlon. There's no extra vowel in there.
Yeah, but
there's no I or A after the TH, you know.
But I'm not saying triathlon. It's triathlon.
No,
it's
just No, you are saying triathlon. You just said it fast.
What is that? What is that symbol? It's like an upside down E or something, where it's not really a vowel. It's just like something you kind of skip over.
No, that is actually a form of vowel where it sounds like Yeah. Okay, here's one that I've apparently been saying wrong my whole life, and I don't know anybody that ever says this the correct way. Here you go.
All right. Well, I say zoology, but
it's zoology, yeah.
Zoology, yeah.
I've never heard anybody say zoology.
or zoology.
I've never heard anybody say zoology, but apparently that is the correct way to do it. I will endeavor to do that. Here we go. Next one.
Arctic.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So many people say Arctic.
Arctic? Ew. Yeah. Gross. Yeah. Arctic.
Here's one that I gotta think that you'll get right, because I've never heard it wrong, but there you go.
Hierarchy?
Yeah, hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
Apparently some people say hierarchy.
There's an R in there before the other R.
I never heard it said the wrong way, so...
Yeah. I was thinking maybe people might have pronounced it hierarchy. I don't know.
Okay, here's one that I hope you wouldn't have to say, but apparently I've been saying it wrong. Here you go.
Ku Klux Klan.
Apparently, you're supposed to say Ku Klux Klan.
Clax?
Yeah. Now, this actually makes some sort of weird sense because they're stupid. So, of course, they would say clax, but spell it clux with a U. Because they're a bunch of stupid idiots, so that makes sense to me.
The KKK.
Okay.
K.
Now, this next one must be a regional thing, because when I looked at the incorrect pronunciation, I thought nobody says that. So it must be a regional thing. Here you go.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Apparently there are people that call it mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
I've never heard that. I never want to.
I'll Nutella on my mayonnaise.
Okay, here's the next one.
Miniature.
Yep. Apparently some people say miniature.
I think of Minotaur. That'd be awesome. A miniature Minotaur.
Okay, here's another one that I think most people say it completely wrong. Here you go.
Prescription.
You did say it right.
I say it a lot.
A lot of people say prescription.
Yeah, prescription.
But that's very similar to...
Prescription.
That's very similar to a previous one that we had on here, which was...
Prerogative.
Prerogative, which is actually prerogative, yeah.
It's weird. I say prescription, right? But I don't say prerogative.
Okay, this one, I've never heard said the correct way. I didn't know it was... I didn't know I was saying it wrong. Everybody says it a certain way. Here it is. It's a name.
Seuss.
It's not Seuss.
Is it Seuss?
It's Soy's.
Soy's. Soy sauce.
I can't say Dr. Soy's Cat in the Hat. You know, it doesn't make... It sounds wrong. Everybody says Seuss.
Yeah, that... Like... You know, on the official movies, you know, Dr. Seuss presents blah blah blah.
Yeah, but you know
what?
Dr.
Seuss.
The incorrect one has become correct in a way, and Dr. Seuss isn't around. Soy's whatever. It's kind of like what's that one that everybody says wrong? Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Jekyll.
Really?
The guy who wrote the book says so.
Or like people.
But once they made it into a movie and they said it Jekyll, everybody thinks Jekyll.
Oh.
One that I get a lot of shit for, the word Dracula. Dracula. Everybody says Dracula because that's the way Bela Lugosi said it, you know?
Or Frankenstein, the monster, blah, blah, blah.
Well, no, that's not a pronunciation thing. But...
No.
Okay, I can't imagine getting this one wrong. There you go.
Monk.
Monk.
Not monk.
Apparently some people say monk.
Monk.
Who says monk?
Monk's Adventure.
Oh, bloody fucking hell. We're nearing the end of this. Okay, here's the next one. It's another one that I can't imagine getting wrong.
Drama?
Yes? No. It's not drama.
Really?
It's drama.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said drama.
What's the difference?
Drama.
As opposed to?
Drama.
I hear no difference.
Okay. It's not drama. It's drama.
Yeah, that's what I said. Drama.
You're being an idiot. All right. All right. Here's one that I think this is definitely like, it's a foreign word, so I think that contributes to it. Here you go.
Wait, gyros?
Referring not to something from the Jetsons, referring to the food.
Oh, okay. So is it gyros?
It's gyros.
Gyros.
Yeah, that's how you would say it in Greek.
That sounds cool.
It does sound way cooler that way, doesn't it?
I would like 2 gyros with
I do enjoy eating gyros.
With lots of mayonnaise and triathlons.
You don't put mayonnaise. You don't put mayonnaise on a gyros. Here's the next one.
Celtic.
Apparently there are people out there who say Celtic.
Boston Celtics.
But it is Celtic if you're referring to the basketball team.
Ah, the exception to the rule.
Yes. All right.
Or sorry, Baston.
Baston.
Yeah, I got to pronounce it right.
We got 2 more for you. Here's one.
Electoral.
Say it again.
There's so many ways. Electoral.
Just say it again, please.
Electoral.
Okay. No, it's electoral.
Electoral, yeah, that was the other way.
It's just a different emphasis. That's all it is.
Electoral. Oh, yeah.
Okay, and here's one that I absolutely refuse to say the right way because it's stupid. Here you go.
Oh, GIF.
Yeah, I say GIF.
Choosing moms.
I've said GIF since I was a kid, and I will not say GIF just because some asshole from CompuServe says, well, it was always supposed to be GIF.
It's what choosy moms choose.
No, that's JIFF.
Yeah, but they choose GIF.
You need to stop choosing GIF and start choosing GIF.
I got a word for you. I wonder if you'll get this.
Okay.
There we go.
Quinoa.
Okay, good. I was waiting for that one, actually.
Oh, yeah, I thought it would be on there, too, actually. But it's not.
It's quinoa.
No, it's quinoa.
No, it's not.
It's quinoa. That is a good one, though. That is an excellent thing that should have been on the list. Out of 25, what say you, Jesse?
I did get some wrong, but I assumed I would get many of them wrong.
You got more right than you thought, in other words.
But there are some that you shouldn't get wrong.
Some of these are definitely regional. Like I've never heard anybody say mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. That has to be with just an accent, though.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's the way Tanya would say it.
Because I'm sure they're still.
But then again, I've heard Tanya say it, and she just says mayo.
Like I'm sure in their minds they're still saying mayonnaise, but
mayonnaise.
But mayonnaise.
Well, there are people who say crayon as crayon.
Crayon. Crayon berry. Cranberry.
People say cran, and I think that's evil. That shouldn't be a thing.
Well, out of 25, I'll go with 20. It's still a pretty good number.
I'm gonna go 21 on that. There used to be this I don't know if it's still around, but there used to be this thing that you would answer how you say certain words, and it would tell you where you're from, and it was eerily very accurate.
Ooh.
But I don't think it applied to Canada, but it would be interesting to give you that since you're not from the U.S. But I don't know where it is now. Anyway, this next one. This is how many are there? Oh, they're not numbered. Oh, I hate when they're not numbered. All right, we'll just give it like a letter grade.
It's just like a hodgepodge, yeah.
Yeah, it's an instances of children outsmarting their teachers.
Oh, these are always good.
Especially since your aspiration is to become a teacher.
That's what they say.
So maybe you should learn something from this.
Time to get busy learning or get busy dying.
There you go. Or I think it's get busy living or get busy dying.
It is, but you know.
Okay, so teachers asked the kids some simple questions. They weren't expecting these answers. That's the clickbait version of it. Maria, go to the map and find North America. Here it is. Correct. Now, class, who discovered America? Maria.
Well, yeah.
She was kind of asking for that answer. Okay, here's the next one. John, why are you doing your math multiplication on the floor? Well, you told me to do it without using tables. Okay, here's one. Glenn, how do you spell crocodile? Krokodial. No, that's wrong. Well, maybe it's wrong, but yes, how I spell it.
How do you spell crocodile?
Donald, what is the chemical formula for water? HIJKLMNO. What are you talking about? Yesterday you said it's H2O.
Ah.
Womp, 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 womp.
Next you'll have to say the secret word.
Yeah. Winnie, name one important thing we have today that we didn't have 10 years ago. Me.
Aww.
That's a cute answer.
That's cute.
That is cute. Glenn, why do you always get so dirty? Well, I'm a lot closer to the ground than you are.
That's a snappy response.
That is a very snappy response, and it's probably true. That's probably why kids are always filthy. They're close to the floor.
Dang, filthy kids.
Yeah. Millie, give me a sentence starting with I. I is. No, Millie, always say I am. All right, I am the 9th letter of the alphabet.
That's good.
Okay, George Washington not only chopped down his father's cherry tree, but also admitted it. Now, Louis, do you know why his father didn't punish him? Because George still had the axe in his hand.
Ooh.
Now, Simon, tell me frankly, do you say prayers before eating? No, sir, I don't have to. My mom is a good cook.
Oh, say your prayers, kid.
That's like a Groucho Marx joke.
It is. A lot of these kind of are.
Yeah. Clyde, your composition on my dog is exactly the same as your brother's. Did you copy his? No, sir, it's the same dog. Another Groucho Marx type joke.
Hey, now.
Yeah. And finally, Harold, what do you call a person who keeps on talking when people are no longer interested? A teacher.
A teacher. Yeah.
That's an old one. All right, well, there you go. We'll give it a letter grade. I'm going to give that a C+.
I'll give it a C++.
Oh, so a B-, in other words.
Well, that's how I wrote my answer. In C++.
Oh,
no.
No. No.
Next it'll be HTML5.
You got to stop what you're doing.
You got to stop.
Stop, children, look around. Everybody know what's going down.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Oh, my God. Really? Are you doing MC Hammer? Is that what you're doing?
No, that's Vanilla Ice.
Oh God, it's even worse.
Thank you very much.
Ice Ice Baby.
Mm.
I saw that he had his music video for the song "I Love You," and it was on Beavis and Butthead once, and they were making fun of him, and like he's trying to rap a love song. If he was doing it right, it would be like, "I don't love you, ho. I got no love for the hoes."
Oh man, those guys.
And all I can think of is Snoop Dogg going, "We don't love them hoes."
He has a song like that?
He says it in like his whole first album.
Oh.
And Dre's first album, you keep hearing Snoop Dogg, "We don't love you hoes."
I thought they were just sipping on gin and juice the whole time.
They were laid back.
Yeah.
You ever had gin and juice?
It sounds disgusting.
It doesn't sound very... I've had gin and ginger ale. That was all right.
Yeah, something with a little sparkle to it,
but
you know?
Gin and juice does... I mean, I guess it'll get you fucked up, but it's not going to be a pleasant ride, you know?
But at a price of grug.
Tanqueray and juice. Oh, boy. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. Anyway, let's move on here. I got to bring up my text file here. Here we are.
TXT.
Exactly. You pronounced that correctly. Okay, so Anime Fan sent me this list from the from entertainment.time.com. So it's from Time Magazine, essentially. And let me bring it up here. It's supposed to be top 10 controversial cartoons.
Oh, okay. Doesn't Warner Brothers have like the bad 10 or the evil 10 or some weird name like that?
Oh, I think you're referring to like some older like Looney Tunes and shit that were kind of racist or whatever they were.
The racist shit. Well, let's see what they got.
Okay, well this is more. Well, actually, what you mentioned is the first thing on here.
Oh.
The Censored 11.
Censored 11. There it is.
Nothing shows its age faster than humor in 1968, having deemed 11 Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies cartoons popular in their own time. 2 decades prior, too politically incorrect to air, United Artists withheld them from syndication. The Censored 11 haven't aired on TV since, but clips have crept online, giving today's audiences a window into the cringeworthy racist stereotypes once considered fit for Saturday morning fun.
Oh,
A 1941 episode called All This and Rabbit Stew showed Bugs Bunny hunted by a dim-witted black gambler, later reimagined as Elmer Fudd. In 1943, Coal Black and the Seven Dwarfs parodied Disney's Snow White with an all-black cast. Innovative despite its dubious content, the cartoon was named one of the 50 greatest of all time in 1994, based on votes from more than 1,000 animation industry professionals. And 1944's Goldilocks and the Jivin' Bears.
Oh, jeez.
I kind of want to see that one.
Yeah.
Likewise, repopularizes the popular story with an all-black cast, turning the three bears into jazz musicians, with many characters drawn in blackface style.
Good heavens!
Wow. It was a different time.
I've seen all the 11.
Really?
And,
wow.
Yeah, and yeah, they are not wrong. They are extremely but
they are wrong. That's the thing.
Well, okay.
They're very wrong.
But the problem is they're very well animated.
Well, I think that's why that other one was like popular. Okay, the next one, Song of the South. That was an entire Disney movie.
I have that movie. Well, I'll download it, but
I mean,
Sippity-doo-dah.
Yeah, I mean, it is so important to their history. You think they'd let that one out of the vault, but I guess it is embarrassing.
Brer Rabbit. I'm leaving this place. I'm like, oh my god, just the whole movie.
Yeah. Okay, the Simpsons episode where they went to Brazil.
Really? Offensive?
It pissed the fuck off of Brazil, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, and the Australia one didn't?
Well, no, because Australians have a sense of humor.
Oh, okay, I see now.
But the Brazilian government and Brazilian people in general were very, very angry at The Simpsons. As a matter of fact, they were very pissed off, and they about the depiction of Brazil as being poor and full of rats and monkeys and stuff like that.
Everything here is something.
Yeah, everything here is something. But anyway, they made a reference to it in a newer Simpsons episode. Where they could go anywhere in the world, and they were discussing where they could go. And Homer says, I'd go back to Brazil, but I heard the monkey problem's even worse. And Homer got kidnapped, and
Yeah.
so there you
This is
go.
a good one, though.
I enjoyed it. Okay, apparently Disney's Aladdin was controversial.
For the depiction of Arab people.
Okay, it was specifically from a song, and one of the lines
The first song.
where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
Yeah, they had to change it.
Yeah, so they did change it.
I remember I had the VHS and it had the original lyrics, and I guess it's a very sought after.
Oh, it's a collector's item, yeah. For people who collect Disney, and a lot of people do that. Okay, next is the Boondocks, just the show in general.
One of the characters is a black guy that can't help but love white people.
He's got a little bit of crack a fever.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that show?
No, because I hated the comic strip, so...
Oh, I really do enjoy the cartoon. It is pretty good.
Okay, next is, I don't know, not Family Guy in general, but a specific episode of Family Guy, which is interesting.
When You Wish Upon a Weinstein?
What was that one?
The one where this Jewish guy comes and, I don't know, tells Peter or fixes some problem for Peter, and then Peter decides, well, if I guess our whole family can become Jewish now, so that all our problems can go away, or something like that.
No, it's the one where Chris dated Sarah Palin's retarded daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was not cool, dude.
But didn't Sarah Palin's actual daughter come out and say that she was totally fine with it? And made like a big public statement about it, like, come on, guys,
No.
Even I found it funny.
No, that was actually the actress who played the character that said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I never actually saw the episode. I just heard about the backlash.
Yeah. Pokemon is on here. They're talking about the seizure episode.
Oh, Porygon.
Yeah, Electric Soldier Porygon, which never actually aired in America, so...
No. They could just change the friggin' colors and then...
Well, no, you can... I believe you can get it in a collection, but it is edited to just completely omit that 5 seconds there.
Yeah. I've seen the crazy colors, and it didn't really affect me. But...
Well, it only affects people who are sensitive to that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Next is the South Park Trapped in the Closet episode.
That's such a good one, though.
Well, Tom Cruise didn't like it very much.
I'm not coming out.
I'm never coming out. Speedy Gonzales.
Well, that's self-explanatory.
Most Mexicans I know love Speedy Gonzales. I mean, I don't know. If the people that are being lampooned don't find it offensive, I think it's wrong for Whitey to be offended on their behalf.
And if you think about it, like, Speedy Gonzales is always outwitting.
Oh,
all the other
he's faster
people.
And he's smarter than everybody around him.
Now, what's his brother's name?
According to this, the problem is not Speedy Gonzales himself, but all of his buddies are portrayed as lazy booze hounds.
Yeah, like he has that one who's just like, hey, man, and he just...
Yeah. But like I said, every Mexican that I know loves Speedy Gonzales. So.
Yeah.
That was the last one. Out of 10? Yeah, out of 10, I'm going to give that a 7.
7? I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to give it a 9. A lot of them were pretty... I could see why they are controversial.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're only kind of so-so?
I'm still giving it a 7. Anime Fan sends me a lot of I don't do every list that everybody sends me because I just can't, and sometimes I don't want to.
So overwhelming.
Well, sometimes some of these lists I just don't want to do. Anime Fans, that was a good one. He sends me almost everything's related to animation in some way or another. He sends me a lot of really creepy lists.
Uh-oh.
Like top 10 lesbian cartoon characters.
Okay.
Are you interested in that at all?
I'll digest this.
I kind of don't want to, but...
Well, you could just quickly go down the list.
I guess I will. That was just one example of a list that...
I'm curious,
I found it to be creepy. And by the way, the name of this website is lesbiatopia.com.
Oh, well.
But here's the thing. None of these characters are lesbians.
Oh?
Betty Boop is the first one on here.
So maybe they're characters that lesbians like? I don't know.
They're not... There's absolutely no preamble here, no justification for any of these.
All right, yeah. Betty Boop, yeah.
Like, okay, for Betty Boop, they're just saying she's hot. Therefore, she's a lesbian?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the animation was all geared
Wilma
towards
Flintstone is not a lesbian.
No.
Alice from Alice in Wonderland is not a lesbian. Alice from Alice in Wonderland was a prepubescent girl.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that story is pretty much about puberty.
Yeah,
The Disney version is.
Yeah, if you think about it.
The Disney version is definitely about puberty. Now, but basically, their rationalization for Alice is, have you ever seen her with a guy?
Oh, come on. That is a very weak argument.
You know, have you ever seen me and Samuel L. Jackson in the same room?
Dude.
Exactly. I'm not gonna continue because it just gets worse from there.
Okay, but yeah, thanks for saving me from
I mean, like, you think it might be interesting, but then when you actually look at the list,
like I was genuinely trying to think of what lesbian cartoon characters do I know?
Okay.
The only one that really comes to mind that they were debating on making lesbian was Montoya from Batman the Animated Series. The female cop with Bullock.
In the comics, she is a lesbian.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in the animated
series...
She
gets with Batwoman.
Nice. All right.
But why would they debate about that? She's absolutely 100% gay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They didn't know if they wanted to do that for the animated series. It was still the early 90s.
They don't have to make a big deal out of it.
No, but, people would have.
There's also top 10 gay cartoon characters.
Now, are these ones actually gay?
I haven't looked, so let's find out. Can't name 10 gay cartoons. They would all be from South Park. Okay, no, this is the male version of the other list.
Oh, okay. They're hot. Yeah.
No, or just, okay, Bugs Bunny, because he dresses up like a girl. Gaston, because he's got a hairy chest.
Because he has a hair... Really?
Yeah. Jughead is on here.
Because he wears a crown?
Well, because he hates... No, because Jughead hates girls.
Oh, yeah.
But Jughead isn't gay. He's just an immature asshole.
Yeah.
Marcy from the Peanuts,
Yeah.
Scar from The Lion King. I don't think gay people want to claim Scar.
No, it's just because he has effeminate tendencies. That's
Wally from Dilbert is gay?
I'm not familiar with Dilbert.
I think he's married to his coffee cup.
What's up with Dilbert's tie?
It's just a goofy thing that Scott Adams draws like that.
That's all I know of Dilbert and
Too much
office
starch.
jokes.
Oh, I'm a huge Dilbert fan, but I'm not going to do this list either. I just wanted to and that's from a completely different website. That's from dangblasted.com.
That's a dang blasted list, if you ask me.
Dang blasted stupid list, right? Okay. Let's move on to Gimped Ninja.
Okay.
Remember, he sent us those great lists about his experiences as a handicapped person.
Yes, those were great.
As he says, a gimp. Now, this first one that he sent me here is not written by him, but he says it's very accurate.
Okay.
So it's 23 things that people in wheelchairs have to cope with.
All right.
Okay. Number 1, having filthy hands all the time.
You are putting your hands on those wheels that do traverse the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you don't put your hands directly on the wheel, but you're close enough that there's going to be some rubbage there, yeah.
Or kick up some dirt,
Absolutely. Number 2, getting our clothes caught in everything.
I didn't mean to say kick.
No.
Yeah, I guess,
yeah.
Your clothes, holy hell.
Yep. Number 3, sustaining mysterious injuries on a daily basis. Saying that, you hit your elbow and everything, you break your nails, you get welts, blisters.
Oh, damn.
Number 4, having to do a 10-point turn to get out of any public bathroom.
Oh, no.
You know, they weren't really designed well, if that's the case. Wow, that's true, though.
But some places, thank goodness, have like the bigger
Well, it
stalls.
depends on how old the building is. The older the building, the worse it is.
Yeah, sometimes like even regular.
Number 5, never being able to see ourselves in the mirror.
Aw.
Well, see, now, I work with a lot of people in wheelchairs and, in these adaptive homes, and they put the mirrors lower, so...
Yeah, but I guess your average, like, an office
Or actually,
building
a lot of them, and it's very clever, so the staff can use them too. The mirrors are at the right height, but they're angled downwards.
Oh, smart.
Very clever. Number 6, having to tweeze hairs out of our caster wheels.
Ooh, yeah, I guess it builds up.
After a while, yeah, especially if you're a woman or a guy with long hair, and it's always just...
Oh.
Or if you have a dog and you're rolling over the carpet and picking up all the dog hair. Yeah. Number 7, realizing that public transport doesn't cater to us at all. I'm just trying to imagine going through a turnstile or... Yeah.
Oh, no!
Yeah, it's... those are barely wide enough for, like, a fat guy to walk through.
Yeah, sometimes I do have to sashay a little bit in order to get through.
Exactly. Number 8, and buses aren't any easier. We're constantly waiting to find out whether the wheelchair ramp actually works.
Yeah, when you're waiting to hear that...
Oh, God. Number 9, and we're always faced with the decision of whether we should give up the space on the bus for a pram. What is that, pram?
Pram? I don't know.
It says the wheelchair space on the bus often doubles up as a spot for prams. So if we're waiting at a bus stop and for like a baby stroller.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Who says pram?
But man, some of the baby strollers I see, it's like this giant contraption and then a tiny baby in it.
Well, well protected, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but you don't need that much protection.
Number 10, trying to fit a wheelchair into a car.
Oh, God.
And there's another one. The older the chair, the worse it is. Number 11, not to mention the fact that our cars are always filthy.
Your cars?
Well, they're saying that the back seat and the roofs are always covered in tire tracks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Number
Damn.
12, and they're covered in scratches, too.
Oh.
Well, there you go. That makes sense.
That's rough.
Number 13, having to confront people who wrongly park in disabled parking spaces.
Oh, yeah.
Well, people like that deserve anything they get.
And especially if they're double parking.
Oh, God. Number 14, getting dirty looks whenever we pull into wheelchair parking spaces.
Everybody assumes that you're not disabled.
Well, no, actually what they're saying is people are surprised to see a young person in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay. I thought, like, when they get looks, it's like, I bet they're not really disabled.
Well, that might be true as well, but yeah. Number 15, people staring at us when we're doing really boring things like getting petrol. Okay, so I'm guessing pram, petrol, they spell tire with a Y. This has got to be from England.
Yeah, petrol. Open up the boot.
Yeah, oh, God. Number 16, being patient when the people you love mess up.
Okay.
And it shows this woman, and it says, my boyfriend actually Googled how to kiss a wheelchair user before we met.
Oh, no. How to kiss a wheelchair user.
Do you need a manual? Lip goes on lip.
Let me just Google that.
Lip on lip, hand on boob. It's not hard.
Potentially hand on ass.
Yeah. Well, if you got to lift her up, Number 17, having to reassure people that we are okay all the damn time.
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need to go somewhere? Well, I got the transportation.
Yeah, I got wheels on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Number 18, dealing silly questions like, do you have a job?
Oh, jeez.
Can you drive? Can you swim? Can you drink? Is your partner disabled? What do you do in your spare time?
Can you drink? No, I have a feeding tube.
Oh, boy. No, I think they mean like alcohol. Number 19, especially the ones about sex.
So, like, how do you,
The only time I ever asked a disabled person a sex question, the person actually commended me on my creativity for asking the question, because it was a blind person, and this person was actually more blind than you. They could only see silhouettes.
Oh dear. Okay, I know a few of those.
Yeah. And I asked him, I said, do you mind if I ask you a blind sex question? He said, no. No, go ahead. I get them all the time. But he said it was the most creative one he ever got. I said, how do you get turned on?
Hmm.
And he gave me a very good answer. He says, you got to use your imagination, you know. And he says silhouettes he can kind of see, you know, and then use his imagination to fill in the blanks, you know.
Hmm.
So, all right, number 20, having to shout for attention so we are heard at bars.
Yeah, like why are the people in wheelchairs suddenly
Why
being
are they hard?
dismissed?
Are they harder to hear? I don't.
Oh yeah.
That seems like a discrimination to me. Number 21, being massively screwed every time the lift in our building breaks.
Oh shit.
Well, that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 22, being constantly nervous that our wheelchair is going to tip over.
Yeah, I guess so, eh?
And the newer the wheelchair, the more likely it is to tip over. Because they keep making them lighter and lighter.
Yeah, easier to transport or fold
Yeah,
up
well,
or
yeah,
whatever.
of course. Number 23, trying to let people know that we are more than just spokes and wheels.
Oh, that's a nice message.
And that was the last one. Out of 23, I agree this is very accurate. I work with a lot of people who are in wheelchairs. I should
Yeah.
make a list. The hardest thing about dealing with people in wheelchairs. It would be one thing, and it would be transferring.
Oh yeah,
that is the
from
worst.
one place to the chair, from one chair to the place.
That is the worst. If you don't have like a machine to do it, it could be very tough on you.
Mm.
And some of these people are not very gentle when they grab you. But anyway, out of 23, yeah, 23. Full scores on that.
Yeah, I'd got to give it a 23 because those sound like imagine dealing with all of those in a day.
Okay, now this one, now, you know how like in the past on List Critics and List Critics 2, we've done things like the 50 states of America, if they were, I think it was if they were high school kids we did, and
Yeah.
if they were people in a bar. Well, this is one that was written by our friend Gimp Ninja.
Nice.
And he wrote this one for you, Jesse. The provinces of Canada as tables at a bar.
Oh, thank you! Yay! Okay, I'll tell you if it's pretty good, if it's true or not.
Okay. Well, we're starting with BC.
Okay.
British Columbia.
Yep.
You guys really got to get on changing the name of that.
Yeah, we're fine.
You've had your independence for a while now. Just saying.
How new is New York?
Yeah, well, it's new. You know what I mean? It ain't York. Nobody talks about York. Nobody talks about Jersey.
Actually, we have a York here in Ontario.
Yeah, well, we weren't referring to that. You should call it also York.
First York.
No, it's not the first York.
Yeah.
First York would be in England.
New Amsterdam.
Well, all right. BC is full of stoned Asian hipsters drinking champagne out of a golden chalice and large burly lumberjacks swigging fountain beer from a mug.
Yeah. Hipsters, man.
And they get along. The lumberjacks and the hipsters get along. That's
Yeah,
because everybody in Canada is so fucking polite. There you go.
And also BC Bud is the best, they say.
Well, I wouldn't know. But I've heard that. I've actually heard that.
Yeah.
Alberta. Everyone drinking beer and complaining about how broke they are and might have to sell their second snowmobile. And the NDP really fucked everyone in this table. During happy hour, a few from the Newfoundland table sneak over and try to get in on the prosperity.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Saskatchewan.
What did you say?
I've said it completely wrong on purpose.
Okay.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
A large, virtually empty table with a lone man drinking corn whiskey.
Yeah, things are pretty dull in
Wow.
Saskatchewan for the most part, they
Can't
say.
be dull for that guy drinking the moonshine.
Well,
He must be seeing some interesting shit.
lots of corn.
Manitoba.
Okay.
The forgotten province, as I call it.
Oh, okay.
Most people don't think of Manitoba.
All right.
Most of them sitting on one side of the table close to Winnipeg, drinking a cold beer, talking about hockey, and paying all in change.
Okay, yeah, I can see the
Didn't you guys have $2 coins?
We have $2 coins, and they're thinking of making a $5 coin.
Would you call that a foonie?
A foomph.
Ontario.
Yeah.
This is your shit right here, right?
Oh boy, here it comes.
Oh, fuck, I just clicked off. Hold on.
Whoops.
Okay, here we are. Ontario. A bunch of guys in suits bellied up to the bar, taking whatever drink they can get away with without being caught. Though technically one of the men owns the bar, it's really his cousin Toronto that calls the shots.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
It's like even though Ottawa's the capital, we all really know where the shit is at.
Quebec.
Quebec.
Drinking fine wine and thumbing their nose at the other tables, complaining about how much they don't want to be at this bar. Except for Montreal. She's drinking and having fun with everyone who comes along. A bit of a slut, but a whole lot of fun.
Montreal is actually pretty friendly to English-speaking people, but don't go to Quebec City if you don't know how to speak French, or you are not get.
Hello? Okay, you hit... Alright, I gotta type it. He hit hold. You put me on hold, asshole. The fuck is this about? I don't even know if this messes with the recording. Ah. Like, in the middle of his sentence, I hear this, like, blah, 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 and the call is on hold. Right. I'm gonna try hanging up and calling him back. Okay, I'm getting it busy. What happened?
I got a phone call.
Oh, for the love of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, apparently it automatically started recording there because I'm like, you're in the middle of a sentence, and I heard this, like, water sound, which I never heard from Skype, and it was like, call is on hold.
Oh, okay.
That's why I sent that text. I said, you put me on hold, asshole.
Oh.
All right, so where were we? Well, we were doing Quebec, right? Oh, we did Quebec.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
anyway,
agree with the Montreal statement.
Okay, Prince Edward Island.
Okay.
Anne of Green Gables sits alone at a small table drinking potato vodka.
I knew it would be potato vodka.
Of course.
Everything there is friggin' potatoes, man.
Well, I mean, all vodka's made from potatoes.
No, there's grapes.
That's wine.
Yeah, but you can also make it from grapes. You can make vodka from anything.
You can make alcohol from anything, but vodka is specifically made from potatoes.
Mm.
Okay, Newfoundland.
Oh, okay.
A group of hard-to-understand fishermen who only sit at their own table when no one else is buying. Burn on Newfies, huh?
Yeah, Newfies are usually pretty pleasant and have a very awesome accent.
Oh, things are pretty hard in Newfoundland ever since they outlawed sodomy. New Brunswick. Pretty much the same as Newfoundland, only with a miniature lighthouse to single the bartender when their drink runs low.
And a lot of them speak Acadian.
There you go. Nova Scotia.
Ah.
Similar to Newfoundland, only with Viking helmets and an unexplainable puddle all around the table.
Yeah, those that grouping of provinces share similarities.
I mean, it's all kind of there.
It's the East Coast
up against each other, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next one is everything else.
The Northwest Territories.
Northwest Territories, Yukon, and Nunavut. All sitting on the deck, despite it being 30 below out. They like it cold, and they drink whiskey to warm them up, along with various animal fats. The rest of the bar patrons barely notice them.
Yeah, and sadly, that is how it usually is.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Out of, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 11, Jesse, what do you say?
I got to give it an 11. That was beautiful.
I would agree. I would also give that 11.
This one goes up to 11.
This goes to 11. It's one louder. All right. Well, all right. Let's. That was very good, Gimp Ninja. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you very much for our vast Canadian crowd.
Our magnificent bounty, eh?
Yeah. And for the record, our mouths do not flap up and down.
Okay, now Gimp Ninja, the anime fans rather. Oh no, I already did this. Get out of here. Why is that starred? Never mind that.
Unstarred.
0 stars to this jellyfish.
So weird.
Well, I mean, yeah. I agree. 0 stars to those fuckers.
Don't wear one as a hat.
I would hope that you would generally know not to do that. I would hope.
It's like don't wear a piranha as a codpiece.
Oh!
Oh!
Why would you even think of that?
Because I'm strange.
Anime fans have sent me some weird shit. The 10 gayest cartoon characters. No, we're taking that out of there. And that's
Again,
different than the other one. So he found 2 lists about gayest cartoon characters and sent me both of them.
I wonder if he meant it pejoratively, though.
90s cartoon characters you didn't know were gay. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that. Because they're probably none of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this might be interesting. Let me before I even say anything, let me vet this real quick. All right, this could work. This is from Time. It is the top 10 memes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you know, of course, what a meme is. It's anything that spreads memetically, which means virally from person to person.
Mm-hmm. Usually very quickly, and sometimes, more often than not, fizzles out quickly.
Well, yeah. Okay, so number 10 is the Doge.
I was the one that told you about this.
Well, I was aware of the meme, but I never said Doge, you know?
Oh, okay.
But I don't even know if that's the way it's supposed to be said. I just say it like you say it.
I say it with a harder G, Doge.
Such top 10. Many things. Very fun.
Very
wow.
fun. Wow. Yeah.
Number 9 is the I Quit dance video.
I Quit dance video? Oh!
That was that lady that quit her job and she was dancing to Kanye's Gone.
Yeah, that's a meme?
Well, it spread virally, so yes, it's a meme. Anything that spreads virally is a meme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there was subtitles and explaining why she was quitting and everything. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it.
And you know what's funny is I guess her boss filmed a video of him dancing like that, saying that they were hiring. So, yeah. Number 8 is Obama goes skeet shooting.
What? Another video?
I don't know why Obama... Oh, okay, so there was a picture of Obama with the gun shooting, you know what skeet shooting is, right?
Yes.
So basically, it's the mode of Duck Hunt that no one played.
Yeah, it's the other Duck Hunt game.
Yeah. And apparently, the thing was to Photoshop the picture.
Oh, okay.
So they put like a bang flag or make it so he's holding the rifle the wrong way or he's aiming it at the Constitution. Or, Yeah. Number 7, Marco Rubio's water break. Apparently Marco Rubio was giving a speech and it was televised and he just stopped to take water. So.
Oh, water break.
But apparently he was like lunging for the water or something. I didn't see this. Number 6, unflattering Beyonce. Any picture you can find of her where she don't look too good became a thing to post, you know?
Like, Beyonce's not that perfect.
Yeah. Well, basically it's usually pictures of, like, stills of her dancing. And, you know, it's exercise, and when people are exercising, they make weird faces. And,
yeah.
You know. Number 5, derp.
Oh, with the eyes going
Yes, the derp face, yes.
I love it.
Derp. My favorite was like a whole collection of Hugh Jackman ones, because apparently he makes the derp face a lot.
Oh.
Number 4, Manti Te'o's fake dead girlfriend.
Oh, I remember that.
That started the whole catfish thing, you know?
Yeah, catfish.
I mean, that was something that existed, but I mean, now it's like a show on MTV.
Now it has a name and everything.
Number 3, Sharknado.
I liked Sharknado. It's getting some backlash now.
Well, because they're making 3 of them now. It's a little bit much.
I liked the first one. I never saw the second or third one, but I appreciated for what it was. It knew what it was from the beginning, and it was good.
Number 2 is the Harlem Shake.
Oh, wow. That's going back a couple years, isn't it?
No, it's probably the most recent out of all of these.
Okay.
The Harlem Shake, man, that was about 2013 when that blew up.
I was thinking that, yeah. Not last year.
Well, a lot of these are way older.
Do 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 do
The
do
Harlem
do.
Shake.
Yeah.
I like those videos, though. Some of them are very creative.
Oh, yeah.
They did it on The Simpsons. That was amusing. And number 1, twerking. Twerking's been around forever, but only recently does it have a name.
Yeah,
and
before
only recently has it become so viral.
Beforehand, it was just shake that ass.
Absolute booty dance. That's what we called it growing up. Called it the booty dance.
Booty quake.
Here's the thing, though. The problem with twerking... Okay, there are a lot of good things about twerking becoming popular.
Yes.
But there are a few bad things.
Oh?
And Ice Cube was on Conan, and that's a pairing that I always love, you know.
Oh, was it when his son was on with him?
No. This was a little older. It was before Straight Outta Compton.
Okay.
It was when he released Drop Girl, which was a horrible song. I'm kind of ashamed to be an Ice Cube fan when I see that, but he has like 5 million other good songs, so it's okay, you know.
America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. This new album, I don't know if it's going to be good. Drop Girl was bad. Sasquatch was a good song, though. But anyway.
So he's on Conan.
He was on Conan, and they showed a little bit of the video for Drop Girl. Well, actually, before they even showed that, they were talking about twerking, and they were talking about Miley Cyrus doing it.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody had a positive reaction to that, but Ice Cube was like, she ain't got nothing to twerk.
Yeah.
He said, before you do that, you got to have a grown woman body.
Pancake ass.
You got to have a grown woman body before you do that. And he showed the video with all these twerking girls and Drop Girl. The video is good. The song is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, all it is a bunch of dubstep and then him going, I can make that ass drop over and over again.
It's kind of like the Anaconda video. You just turn the music off.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But anyway, by the way, did you notice in Zombie Sneak Attack, the new one, that I used Anaconda?
Yeah.
At some point? Okay. It was something to fap to, my half of that song. We did that one together. We did that one together. But anyway... it was a
collab.
Yeah, it was a collaboration. Anyway, so, you know, then he says, you know, yeah, these girls, they got something to twerk with, you know. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Conan's like, and did you personally pick the women to be in this video? And he goes, no, Conan, you did. Stop trying to pretend like you weren't there at the set.
Mm-hmm.
Those two, man, they should have a reality show together. They should put Conan O'Brien and Ice Cube in a house.
Or at least make a remote out of it or something.
Well, they've done multiple remotes that were, man. I mean, did you see the one with the two of them and Kevin Hart getting a lift ride?
Getting a lift, I saw that one.
Amazingly funny. But anyway, that was the top 10 memes. I think these are the top 10 memes of right now. You know what I mean? These are...
Or 2 years ago.
Well, no, I mean, some of them are 2 years old and whatnot, but these are the top 10 memes of right now, like that you could think of right now. There's a lot of older memes that I think were way more popular.
Advice Animals.
Advice Animals was huge.
Mm-hmm.
What about Trollface?
Oh, yeah, Problem.
What about all the many viral video type crazes that went on, you know, in the last
Ice Bucket Challenge.
Ice Bucket Challenge was huge, and that was for a good cause. So I'm a little disappointed in the list. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. What do you say?
I didn't really think wouldn't classify a lot of these as what I consider a meme, so 3 out of 10.
Well, they are memes. They are all
I thought
memes.
I thought a meme was less of a video and more of like just a thing that people can do or modify, not just a specific video.
Well, hold on now. Most of those were not videos. Twerking is a thing that people do, right?
Yeah,
the Doge is not a video.
No, it's like a picture.
Exactly.
That you can modify.
Yeah, the Obama thing wasn't a video.
What was that video? What was the video one that you mentioned?
Well, there was the Marco Rubio one. That was a video.
Yeah. I'm not familiar.
I don't think that belonged in there, though. That was not exactly a good one.
3 out of 10!
Yeah. Okay, here's one from anime fans that doesn't sound terrible. It's from BuzzFeed, too. Go figure. The top 10 best female Nintendo characters.
Okay.
Now, you know, Nintendo is interesting because they're known for a few of their female characters being very, very strong female characters and a few of them being the opposite of that.
Yeah.
You know. So like Princess Peach is an example of a shit character, you know?
Well, she did have her own game.
It was a terrible, terrible thing. Not that the game was bad, but that, like, okay, so Peach rescues Mario, that's the whole thing, but all her powers come from her emotions? Come on. Come on.
It was a good gimmick, though.
Okay, number 10 is Jenna from Golden Sun: The Lost Age. Now, I'm so not a fan of Golden Sun.
I only played the first one, so
Well, this is the third one, I think. And
yeah.
From what I've heard, even the people who loved the first two didn't really care for the third one. But I don't know much about the character.
Okay, yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Number 9 is Rosalina. If you're going to pick a Mario character, that would be the one I pick.
Yeah, she's pretty...
She's
a strong character, but still keeps her femininity.
There was a game theorist on YouTube that said that, like, Rosalina is essentially God in the Mario universe.
Oh, man, what?
Because she's the mother of all the stars.
Oh, okay.
It kind of made sense when you think about it.
Okay.
Number 8, from Zelda, this is a weird choice, I think Saria.
Really? Her?
What does Saria do other than mope when Link leaves the forest?
Or just be a sage?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not the Zelda character I would have picked.
Well, maybe there'll be more. Who knows?
Number 7 is Alex Rovius from Eternal Darkness.
That was a pretty badass game. But you only play as her now and then.
Well, she was the main character, though.
Yeah, but you really
I honestly did not really like the game, so...
Really?
I found it to be boring. And
I was totally down for that game. It was pretty sweet.
Honestly, the insanity effects, it wears off after a while. You're like, all right, this again.
No, I thought they were all pretty cool. I'm
yeah,
still
but
on
how
board.
many times can you see it before it's like it doesn't affect you anymore? You know what I mean?
Well,
There's
when
only
you see
like
it,
5 or
you'll
6
shit
of them,
bricks.
you know? Okay, the screen goes upside down. The GameCube is not really rebooting. You know, that kind of... You're sinking into the ground. You know, it's like the same 5 things over and over again.
So you got to keep your sanity meter up.
Number 6 is Lindis from Fire Emblem Blazing Sword.
All right, you're more familiar with Fire Emblem than I am, so what do you think?
All the Fire Emblem women characters are badasses because they all fight. And they're not like, oh, no, I like to stay in the camp and cook. You know, that none of them do that. They all are badasses.
Awesome. Yeah, they're not all just mages or something.
Yeah, I mean, there are healers, there are mages, but there are also swords women, I guess you'd say, and chicks with huge axes. You know, there's a lot of them.
Awesome.
Number 5 is, this is questionable, Sheik.
Sheik / Zelda? Spoiler alert.
It's Zelda, yeah. Here's the thing. You're supposed to think Sheik is a guy until you find out Sheik is Zelda in disguise. Now, I always thought it was a magic disguise where she literally turned into another person. But these days, Nintendo is trying to say, no, it was just Zelda in a costume.
Yeah, just covering up all the important parts.
I don't know about that. You know, I don't like that so much.
I don't know. I could see it. Hey,
I would like to think that she was using magic and that the costume was so good that she literally looked like a dude.
Hey, if Mulan can do it, so can Zelda.
Oh, boy. Number 4 is Joanna Dark from Perfect Dark.
Not
a Nintendo character.
No, a rare character, right?
Yeah, well, she's been on Xbox.
Yeah.
So there you go. That doesn't belong on the list.
But it's been on a Nintendo console. I guess that's where they're going with this.
Yeah, okay. But so far these have all been Nintendo characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you throw this weird one in there. Next one's kind of weird, too. Number 3 is Emma Skye from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. That's Capcom.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Now, yeah, Phoenix Wright has exclusively appeared on Nintendo. Still a Capcom character, though.
Yeah, like Capcom. Phoenix Wright did appear on Marvel vs. Capcom, which has been on other systems.
Yes. And actually, now that I think of it, I think Emma Skye might have been in the background there, so... Yeah.
There you go.
Number 2 is Midna from Zelda.
Yeah, Twilight, I don't know.
I liked Midna, that the attitude was very funny to me.
Yeah.
She was funny. Out of all those, I would have picked Tetra out of all of them, though.
So Zelda.
Yeah, well, yeah. That particular version of Zelda.
And Zelda.
Number 1, you know what number 1 is.
Samus.
Of course it's Samus. If you forget about Other M, she's a very strong character.
I was going to say pre-Other M.
Yeah.
Ridley, no!
Okay. All right, out of 10. Yeah, how many times has she killed Ridley by that point?
Only a couple, because that takes place after Super Metroid.
After Super Metroid. So that means in the original Metroid, in all 3 Prime games, and in Super Metroid.
Okay, so yeah, actually a number of times.
Yeah,
right.
She's killed him a couple of times. All right, so out of 10, I'm going to go 6. What say you?
5.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with Jenna whatsoever.
What, the Fire Emblem? No, the Golden Age chick. What the fuck it is?
Golden Age.
I don't even know the name
Golden
of it.
Sun.
I don't even know the name of it. I hated that game.
You use Ginnies.
Overly long summons, you mean?
Yep.
This went on and on and on and on. That wasn't the part that bugged me. I liked the combat. I liked the puzzle solving. I hated the dialogue.
Oh, I thought the dialogue was just fine.
They just kept talking, though.
Yeah.
And talking. And talking. And talking. And
oh, the
stopping.
noise.
What? Okay. What is this here that I have?
What is this?
Okay, S-Serpent.
21.
S-Serpent 21 sends me 10 places that he would like to eat at least once.
You gotta eat here.
So these are 10 places around that he would like to eat before he dies. His bucket list for food.
Food bucket list.
I like that idea. Well, number 10 is Casa Bonita.
Okay.
Now, I mean, we only know Casa Bonita from South Park, really.
Yeah.
But I've heard nothing but bad things about it.
Oh no.
I've heard that it's good for kids, but the food is just bad. It's like worse than Taco Bell, from what people have said.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mind
There you
Taco Bell, but in a pinch. But
yeah, but it's not like a sit down kind of, Number 9, John's Pizza.
Oh, you have a pizza place.
No, well, wow. Out of the many pizzerias in New York City, he's referring specifically to the one that Howard Stern rented out for a birthday party, and Artie Lang, for Artie Lang. It was Artie Lang's birthday party, and Sal and Scott DePace got into a food fight.
Cool.
So there you go. Number 8 is Mr. Chow's, which is a famous upscale Chinese American-style restaurant. Actually started in London. They got them in a few other cities, New York, Miami. So there you go.
Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with any of these so
Number
far.
7 is the Heart Attack Grill.
I am familiar with that one, actually.
That's out in California. So the Heart Attack Grill, for anyone who doesn't know, is a restaurant that not only embraces the fact that their food is unhealthy, but glamorizes it.
And that's been a point of contention with many people.
Well, it shouldn't be, because it's a person's choice to eat there. For example, I choose not to. They fry the French fries in lard, which apparently tastes amazing. But okay, see, I don't have a problem with the food. I'll tell you what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the nurse outfits for the waitresses. I don't have a problem with them spanking you if you don't finish your meal. What I have a problem with is their policy that if you weigh over 300 pounds, you eat for free.
Yeah, that is not positive advertising. It's advertising, but not positive.
It's really a terrible thing, to be honest. Okay, number 6 is the Peter Luger Steakhouse.
Peter Luger.
He says it's the most famous steakhouse in New York City. I don't agree with that. I think Ruth Chris would be the most famous steakhouse.
Ruth Chris. That is not a memorable name.
You've never heard of Ruth Chris Steakhouse?
No.
Wow. Fail.
Yeah, fail to the steakhouse, am I right?
They're insanely famous.
Okay. Maybe in New York, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're talking about New York steakhouses, Ruth Chris would be the first one that people would mention.
All right.
You've really never heard... I mean, actually, I think they started in California, though.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
No,
Maybe
actually, I just looked it up. They started in Louisiana, but there is. I mean, it's more of a chain, but it's pretty famous. But he's saying that I don't know. I've actually never heard of Peter Luger. Number 5, Alice Cooperstone.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's owned by Alice Cooper.
I hope so. Otherwise, that's a very convenient name.
Yeah. Number 4 is the New Glarus Hotel Restaurant / Ticino Pizza.
Huh. It doesn't have the same ring as some of these other ones.
No, it doesn't. Number 3 is Mary Brown's Chicken and Taters.
Oh, shit. That
And
is
actually,
my shit.
he mentions you here.
Oh?
He says Armageddon Time can tell me if the place is good or not, as this is a major Canadian fried chicken chain.
It sure is, and you want to eat there. Their taters are amazing. The chicken is perfect.
Really? Okay.
Woo!
Sounds good to me. I like chicken. Number 2, another chicken, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
I also kind of want to eat there for the fun name.
That is one that is on my list. I would love to check out Roscoe's, but they don't really have
I want to
them
know if chicken and waffles together is actually as good as they're claiming.
Oh, it is. I've made it.
Oh.
It is, yeah.
Because I picture tasting waffles and I picture chicken, and I'm having trouble putting them together.
It's surprisingly good. And number 1 is Abdullah the Butcher's House of Ribs and Chinese Food. I love the name.
That is
Abdullah the Butcher, man. He gets it. That's in Georgia, though. So.
Oh, sweet Georgia.
But if you're going to go for a rib place, you might as well go someplace in the South, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Out of 10, 8.
Me too. An 8 as well.
All right. Now, another S-Serpent list that I have. I love this. 10 impressions that everyone can do, and they're always bad.
Okay.
Number 10, Bill Cosby. So you see, when you eat all the jello pudding pop, you get the brain damage, bip bop, zibbity bop.
Zip top Kodak film.
Number 9, Rodney Dangerfield. No respect. I got no respect.
Yeah. Hey. Ooh, yeah. Like you're just confused all the time.
Number 8 is Captain Kirk's. Captain's log, stardate 3454.3. Impressions of me are always greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, to the nearest decimal.
I'm actually reading what he wrote for each of these, too.
Oh, okay.
Number 7, JFK. No.
That's Mayor Quimby.
Yeah. Well, Mayor Quimby is a JFK impersonation.
Yeah.
Number 6, Christian Bale's Batman.
Where's the trigger?
I actually do it very good, and you heard it in Zombie Sneak Attack where I said, "Get in the car. Batman's going to make you pregnant."
Yeah.
Number 5, Samuel L. Jackson. I'm tired of all these motherfucking bad impressions of me, motherfucker.
Yeah, just say motherfucker a lot.
That pretty much covers it.
And you're good.
Yeah. You know, I follow him on Twitter, and he is a weird guy, man.
Well, yeah.
You never understand what the hell he's talking about.
He's a celebrity.
I never understand what the hell he's talking about, though.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, Jerry Seinfeld. What's the deal with bad impressions of me?
You have to start with what's the deal with.
Yeah. Who are these people that do these impressions of me?
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Well, that's Georgia. I did that to Tanya once when she said something that, like, didn't piss me off, but it sent me into a fit of rage.
Okay.
And I was, like, stomping around the house, and she's laughing her ass off on Skype, you know. And I'm all like, oh, hell no, hell no. And she's just laughing, and I'm, no, fuck that shit, no. And I go, these pretzels are making me thirsty. And then I, like, walked out of the house and slammed the door. And even outside on the deck, I could hear her laughing her ass off. And she told everybody at Kazarth about it. She's like, I broke John.
Oh, no.
I broke the John. Number 2, Mike Tyson. There's nothing to read here. It says, I know he transcends time now, but all impressions are basically a pitched Tweety Bird voices saying stupid things. I'm going to do it just because he didn't put anything there for me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no strategy, you know. I'm just going to knock him out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very ecstatic about all this. I'm very ecstatic, you know. I'm just looking forward to...
You know what's funny is I'm doing that head tick that he does. I can't do the impression without doing the head tick, you know.
Yeah.
Number 2, Sylvester Stallone. That guy over there, he's no good, you know.
Not bad.
Well,
you know.
I could do it a little better than most, I would think. But.
Yeah.
Number 1, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everybody can do the scream, the
Yeah,
Total
nobody can
Recall
actually
scream.
talk like him. But yeah. It's so true. All right, out of 10, I'm going to give that a 9 just on how entertaining it was. I was disappointed he didn't write anything for me to do for Mike Tyson, but
Yeah.
I'll give it a 9. What do you say, Jesse?
Oh, I kind of got to go with a 10 because those are all pretty accurate. Except no Christopher Walken, eh? That'd probably be 11.
People don't do impressions of Christopher Walken.
I thought they do.
Get hurt if they did that. All right. Okay, this next list I've done already, so thank you for that. I'm just going to take that off of there. That's his 100 villains list. We'll take that off. Yeah!
No.
Okay, here's one from anime fans. It's from top10best.com. It's related to The Simpsons. And it's not about people being ambiguously gay.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Top 10 best Ned Flanders quotes.
Oh, snap. Okay. Feels like
All
I'm
right.
wearing nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Number 10. Okay, mister, you've got yourself a deal. I'll shave off the soup strainer if you give the sailor talk the old heave-ho, okay?
That's when he was going to shave off his mustache.
Which he didn't do, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love, like he was going to do it, and one of his kids is like, why are you shaving off your nose, neighbor?
Uh-huh.
I think, what did his boss refer to as the hippie lip?
I think so.
Yeah. And then he goes to work the next day, and he takes off, he had like a baklava on, and he takes it off, and his mustache is floating in the breeze, and all these like Hummel people are all like shocked, and it's like, bad company. That was great. Oh, man. Number 9. I'm not thinking straight. Why did I have that wine cooler last month?
Last month.
Gotta love it. Number 8. Homer Simpson, I show you pity, and how do you repay me? With a kick in the kiddle hopper. Kididdle hopper. Kididdle hopper, I said it wrong. Yeah. Number 7. Sorry to bother you, Reverend Lovejoy, but I'm kind of in a tizzy. My son Todd just told us he doesn't want to eat his damn vegetables. Number 6, Oakley Dokley. I think that's too generic.
Really? That's number 6? I figured that would be his number 1. That's his go-to, right?
Yeah, no, but I mean, that's not funny. He says that like all the time, you know? Like,
yeah.
All right. Number 5, say your prayers, Simpson, because the schools can't force you to like they should.
I remember that. Wasn't that, he had like the Freddy Krueger clause on.
Yeah. It was
like, say your prayers,
but it was
Simpson.
like for gardening or something.
Yeah.
Number 4, well, it's Bart Simpson. Come on in. You're just in time for Sponge Bath the Old Folks' Day. Followed by Bart screaming, I think.
Yeah.
Number 3, hi diddly ho, neighborinos. That's another generic one.
Yeah.
Number 2, I've done everything the Bible says, even the stuff that contradicts the other stuff.
I'm trying to remember what that one's from.
Oh, man. I think it was like his house burned down.
Oh, when he was starting to go crazy.
Yeah. And number 1, hey, homie, I can see your doodle.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Flanders.
Shut up, Flanders. All right, out of 10, I'm gonna go 8 on that one. What do you say?
I'm gonna go 8, probably for the same reason as you. Two of them
are really generic.
Yeah.
Now there are some ones here in the sidebar that are related that I want to check out. There's the best Homer Simpson quotes.
Uh-oh, this is gonna be highly disputed.
Probably, yeah.
There are too many.
Number 10. I want to share something with you. 3 little sentences that will get you through life. Number 1, cover for me. Number 2, oh, good idea, boss. Number 3, it was like that when I got here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Number 9, if something goes wrong at the plant, blame the guy who can't speak English.
Oh, man.
That's rough. Yeah. Number 8, trying is the first step to failure. Well, true.
Yeah.
Number 7, if something is hard to do, then it's not worth doing. You just stick that guitar in the closet next to your shortwave radio, your karate outfit, and your unicycle, and we'll go inside and watch TV.
That's good.
Number 6. Bart, $10,000, we'd be millionaires. We could be all kinds of useful things like love. I don't remember that one. That's good, though.
Yeah.
Number 5. These vampires are make-believe, just like elves and gremlins and Eskimos.
And Eskimos. Yeah.
Number 4. Marriage is like a coffin and each kid is another nail.
Oh, man.
That was a depressing one.
Yeah.
Number 3. Maybe just once somebody will call me sir without adding you're making a scene.
You're making a scene. Yeah. Aww.
Number 2. Lisa, if you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way. And finally, number 1. Operator, give me the number for 911.
Really? That's number 1?
That should not be number 1. And I'm going to give it a 9 just based on that. It would have been a 10 if that wasn't.
So many other better ones.
There, you know?
Like, life is just one crushing defeat after another until you just wish Flanders was dead. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, that is good. That is good. Now, I also have his stupidest quotes here.
Oh, okay.
So this is the last one I'll do from here because I do want to move on. But these are the 10 stupidest Homer Simpson quotes.
All right.
Number 10. If Jesus had a gun, he'd be alive today. Wow.
That's impossible.
Yeah. Number 9. See that ball of fire? That's the sun. It goes by many names. Apollo's lantern, day moon, old lazy. The important thing is to never touch it.
Old lazy.
I like that. Day
what's
moon.
What's the sun done for us lately?
Yeah. Number 8. Now, to save on calories, I won't eat the paper in the fortune cookie.
What?
Well, that would save on calories. Number 7. We show girls love on Valentine's Day, and they just let us blow things up on the 4th of July. I just pray they never fall on the same day. Wow. The dog is going ballistic.
Yeah, she's starting to get riled up.
Number 6.
Oh, man.
I just ordered a series of tapes on saving money. They should get here soon. I paid a bundle for overnight delivery. Wow.
I think the parents are home.
Oh, that might be why. Number 5. Bingo. Hey, that's my favorite game. I just can't remember what you yell when you win.
Oh, my God.
Number 4. I once drove a car off a cliff. How hard can it be? What's the ocean doing in the sky?
Oh, sad.
Number 3. This doesn't happen in America. Maybe in Ohio, but not America.
Oh, Homer. So dumb.
That was a Halloween one.
Oh, really?
That was actually a very smart quote because what was happening, it was in 2008, and it was the first time they did the voting joke where Homer goes to the poll and they see the thing that says John McCain and Barack Obama, right?
Right.
And he taps on Obama. Well, first he deliberates which one he wants, right? And he decides Obama. He votes for Obama, and it goes, 1 vote for McCain.
Yeah, like,
And he's like, no, and he hits it again, 2 votes for McCain. No, it's time for change. And he hits it again, 3 votes for McCain. And he, no, and he hits it 3 times, he goes, 6 votes for President McCain.
President McCain.
And then he goes, and then he says, hey, I only meant 2 of those votes for McCain. So then, the fucking voting machine, he says, this thing is rigged, and it starts sucking him in.
Oh, yeah,
He's like, this isn't supposed to happen in America, maybe in Ohio, but not in America, because Ohio was rife with voter fraud at the time.
Yeah, and that's how they start the episode.
But like, as he's trying to leave, he goes, I gotta tell President McCain. Yeah, that was a Halloween episode. All right. And then they did it in 2012 with Obama and Romney.
Yeah.
And I remember his commentary on the 2 of them, which is hilarious. And he goes, Barack Obama, I don't know. He promised us death panels and Grandpa's still alive. Mitt Romney, I heard he wears magic underwear. I expect the leader of the free world to go commando.
Oh, man.
Okay, number 2. Writing is for bathroom walls and acting is for getting out of DUIs.
Oh, man.
Uh,
Sorry if you're hearing a lot of noise. It's just parents are home.
Yeah, no, it's all right. And number one, this is from the 90s one where Homer and Marge broke up briefly in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll keep the LPs, you take the CDs. I'll take the typewriter, you take the computer. I'll take the Enron stock, you take the Microsoft stock.
Everything will be just fine.
Yeah. Well, actually, these days you'd rather have the records than the CDs, you know?
Yeah. Aren't CDs dead now?
They're pretty much dead. Nobody buys CDs. Everything's digital, but people who want physical media, they usually buy records.
Yeah, it's the way to go now for some weird reason.
They do sound better.
Let's put it on wax cylinder.
They do sound, but it's vinyl, dude. Come on. They do sound better.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so out of 10, those are all pretty fucking stupid. I will say 10.
I agree. I give it full 10s.
Gave me the excuse to do the Homer voice for a little while.
10 thumbs up.
10 thumbs up your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll save you from those murderous trolls. I'll save you from those murderous trolls. I actually have another Simpsons list, not from that website. It's from themaindaney.com.
The main Daney.
I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Sounds like something Bill Cosby might say.
The main Daney.
Yeah.
Give her the old hot Cosby.
Oh, no.
The 5 best TV moments in the Simpsons universe.
Oh, wow. Okay, big statement.
Well, no, they're not talking about the best moments the best moments on TV on The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
So, number 5 was that Rock Bottom show that Homer appeared on where they heavily and clumsily edited him to make him look worse.
I grab her sweet can.
Yeah, the clock was jumping back and forth, and then there was that freeze frame with, like, the rainbow, like, distortion going across the bottom of the screen. They're like, no, Mr. Simpson, stop! No! You know.
Your silence only damns you further.
Number 4, Lisa, the dog is barking.
It just wouldn't stop.
It kept going and going. Lisa, the dog is barking. Number 4, Homer steals cable.
Oh?
Remember when he, and they invited everybody over to watch the big fight?
Oh, and then it cuts off just before the big,
yeah, right before you found out who won, yeah.
Yeah.
And I there were a lot of great moments, like Bart was, like, charging kids to come and watch the Playboy Channel.
Or the McBain movie.
Oh, these days people just share their HBO Go passwords.
Yeah. Ice to see you.
Number 2, the Mr. Plow commercial. Mr. Plow, that's my
It's
name.
my
That
name
name again is Mr.
Mr. Plow.
And finally, number 1, Homer voices Poochie. Except for that memorable line, I have to go back to my home planet.
Yeah, my planet needs me. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Poochie died on the way back to his home planet.
Yay!
Yay! Poochie's dead! Yeah, yeah, there you go. 5 out of 5. That was perfect.
That was 5 out of 5 for sure.
The main Daney, whatever the hell that means.
The main thing.
The main Daney, zip zap zip zip zap doo. A lot of Simpsons lists. I think we had enough of that for now.
Oh, you can never have enough Simpsons.
You want to do another one?
Oh, okay.
I have plenty of the fuckers.
I was being facetious, but all right.
Well, here's one from Dead Homer Society.
Oh, how about the No Homers?
Well, no Homers. The Dead Homer Society is a Simpsons blog, so...
Huh.
But this is the 10 heartbreaking Simpsons moments.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Anything you expect to see on here?
There's that point where Bart thinks he has a girlfriend, and then she tells him that she has a boyfriend, and then she's like, you won't be needing this! Takes the heart out of his chest.
I don't think they meant it literally, but...
No, but I mean, that was heartbreaking for him.
You know who was the voice of that girl?
Who?
That was the daughter from Roseanne.
Oh, yeah, I can hear it now.
Yeah, now, yeah, once you know it, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No, the one that I would think of was when they found the story of why there's no pictures of Maggie in the house.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God. Okay, well there was this backstory where they asked why there no. It's only like pictures of Homer and not Homer, Bart and Lisa. There's no pictures of Maggie, right? And none of the photo albums have pictures of Maggie in them. She like, as far as the photos, because she's like she doesn't exist. And the kids asked why. And Homer told this long rambling story, but it did have a point. Was that he originally got the job at the power plant to pay off his mortgage. And once he was out of debt, he quit. And he wound up working at a bowling alley with Barney. And that was like his dream job, you know, because it was easy. It didn't pay as much, but he didn't have as many bills.
Did you put your head in the Shino Ballo?
So you have seen this one.
But I don't remember the big
Okay,
reason.
so the heartbreaking moment was at the end. So Marge gets pregnant again.
Yeah.
And Homer freaks out because he doesn't make enough money to support 3 kids, and he had to go back to the power plant, and they humiliated him, of course. And
back to the soul-crushing job.
Yeah, and Mr. Burns put up a plaque in Homer's work area that said, "Remember, you're here forever." And he covered it with pictures of Maggie, so it said, "Do it for her."
Oh, yeah, and they're everywhere. I remember that now.
And that's why, because they're all at his workstation to remind him why he's putting himself through that.
But that's a heartwarming moment.
Yeah, but it was heartbreaking for Homer.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, well, let's see what's on the... Okay, number 10 is from the episode Dog of Death.
Whoa.
This is the one where I think what happened was that Bart's dog got brainwashed.
By Mr. Burns?
Yeah, and he was like vicious for a while.
Yeah, I remember
And it looked like he was going to actually attack Bart at the end, and then he didn't.
No, he just plays with him, yeah.
Yeah. Number 9, Lisa on Ice. That was Bart and Lisa with the hockey rivalry.
Feuding. Hack the bone!
Hack the bone! Hack the bone! What I loved was that, you know, the heartwarming moment. They say heartbreaking, but it does double as heartwarming was when they were just skating together and the whole place is rioting.
Yeah, because it ended in a tie.
Tie game! We can't accept that for children's hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, I Married Marge.
Oh?
Let's see.
Congratulations.
So basically this was, they had just met. It was a flashback episode. They had just married and they separated briefly. And when Homer goes off to become a man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they reunited in the Gulp and Blow drive-thru.
Oh, and he used the onion ring?
Yes, the onion ring, yes.
Okay.
Number 7, Round Springfield. That was Bleeding Gums Murphy dying.
Oh, yeah, of course! That is
Of course, him appearing in the cloud, and then there was like Mufasa and
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, and
CNN.
This is CNN, you know? Number 6, Bart sells his soul.
Oh, to Milhouse.
He was really panicking for a while, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 5, Home Sweet Home Diddly Dum Doodly.
Oh, Flanders' house goes bye-bye?
No, that was the one where he nearly adopted Maggie.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. And there.
I remember like, yeah, like, oh, Maggie, you're a Simpson again, and then she takes the pacifier and belches.
Put your painty cannons.
Number 4, One Fish, Two Fish, Blowfish, Bluefish. Homer thought he was going to die from blowfish toxin.
Oh, Fugu?
Fugumi.
Fugumi.
By the way, you know who was the sushi chef in that episode?
No.
That was George Takei.
Oh my.
He was fucking Krabappel in the backseat of a car, and that's why his apprentice had to cut the fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We need your skilled hands. My skilled hands are busy right now.
I'm busy. Yeah? Damn, Krabappel.
Number 3, Like Father, Like Clown. That's where Krusty was reunited with his dad.
Oh, his estranged dad.
Yeah.
No, that's heartwarming, though, because everything got better.
I think that's really what they mean, though.
Yeah.
Number 2, Lisa's Substitute. That's an old one. Wow,
Oh.
Season 2.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bergstrom?
Mr. Bergstrom.
Call me Nerdstrom, Boogerstrom.
Yeah, he's like, whatever you got, go ahead. You know who was that voice? He was uncredited.
Who?
That was Dustin Hoffman.
Oh.
Yeah. And, okay, number one, when Homer's mom died.
Oh, shit. Yeah, of course.
No, actually, wait, they're not even talking about that one. They're talking about the
What?
one where he was reunited with her, and then they were separated again at the end of the episode.
Because she went all hippy-dippy?
Yeah, well, because she was still on the run.
On the lam?
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember that. That was like around, I would say 1999 or so. God, The Simpsons has been around forever.
Yeah, 1989, I think.
Yeah, well, even older if you count the fucking Tracy Ullman shit, you know?
Ugh.
All right, out of 10, what do you say?
Well, reinterpreting what they really meant, I'll go 9 out of 10.
Yeah, reinterpreting, I would go 8.
Okay.
I would go 8. The do it for her thing should have been on there, though.
Yeah, that is pretty adorable.
Like, if you want, like, a true heartbreaking moment, I wouldn't even think of The Simpsons. I would think of, like, Futurama with Fry's dog. That was fucking terrible.
Oh my God.
It was so terrible that they regretted it so much that they retconned it, like, 50 times.
Oh, it's a good episode, though.
Yeah, but they completely obliterated it from the canon because they were so horrified by what they did.
Yeah, but it's good
No,
for
I
what
agree. I think they should have owned it.
Yeah, keep it, man.
But,
it gave you, like, out of nowhere, just sad feelings.
Oh, out of nowhere, yeah. I mean, it was like a shot in the head, man.
Oh.
Fucking horrible.
But, like, heartbreaking, I think of people breaking up or people dying.
Yeah, well,
like,
but heartbreak can be a lot of things. I think what they mean is emotional.
Like, what about Ned's wife dying from a t-shirt cannon?
Well, honestly, that didn't do it for me because it was. I mean, that was more for fun than anything. I think it was later. I think that the heartwarming moment from that is not when Maude died, but it was shortly before the funeral, and Marge goes to Homer and she says, "Now, Homer, Ned and the boys need us a lot right now, so you know what that means." And he goes, "I know, no more being a jerk."
Aww.
And it was like Homer acknowledging that he was the asshole in that relationship,
Yeah.
And he knew it, But, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's I think we got time for maybe, like, one more before I gotta skedaddle out of here.
Saddle on up.
What are you, John Wayne? Get along, little cowboy.
Oh, I cannot do John Wayne. I'm not about to do that.
Oh, boy. Let's see what I got here. Just trying to find something interesting that isn't just another cartoon list, because I have a lot of those here.
There's nothing wrong with cartoon lists, but let's mix it up.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just want to mix them up a little.
Like what the Medusa snake from Monster Party says. Let's mix it up. I've been playing Monster Party recently.
You can make sense of that game?
It makes very little sense, but it is fun as hell.
I mean, isn't there a part where you walk in and there's like a dead crab there and it says, "Sorry, I'm dead."
Sorry, I'm dead, and then you just leave.
Yeah, like, and like, was there a point to that? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
The last boss says, "Come and die."
Welcome to die.
X-Men, yeah. Welcome to die.
I want him to say that in one of the X-Men movies.
It doesn't make any grammatical sense.
It doesn't, but I want to see Michael Fassbender say that in an X-Men movie.
Maybe if it's like on a license plate or something,
Welcome to die.
Or it's like a mistranslation of something he
says. I got to call out S-Serpent here. There was somebody posted a picture from X-Men Apocalypse, and there's this bit of, I guess you would say, speculation that it might be the last one.
Oh!
And it was a headline saying, "No, X-Men Apocalypse will be the last movie," and then, of course, you click on the article, and nothing in the article actually says that,
No, it's clickbait.
Yeah, it's definitely total clickbait, and there's a picture from the movie, and S-Serpent put on there, he was like, "Well, I don't recognize any of these characters, so maybe they should end it." And I'm like, that's Psylocke, Angel, and Apocalypse. You don't know those characters, really? Like, I know Psylocke is new to the series pretty much. Like, she was in The Last Stand, but we don't talk about that. Same thing with Angel. But they're two of the most recognizable X-Men. And if you don't know Apocalypse, I mean, the name is in the title.
Yeah, and he's just
a big blue guy.
And he's all... it sounds like he's always reciting scripture.
Well, because he's old. He's
old as time.
He's from Egypt.
Tale as old as time.
He was the first mutant.
Really? Is that what his whole thing
That was
is?
his whole deal was he was the first mutant. Did you see Days of Future Past?
I saw the cartoon.
No, the movie.
No, I did not see the
Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Too.
I haven't even seen First Class.
Oh my god, those are the two best X-Men movies.
I've seen The Last Stand a couple times.
Oh, The Last Stand was awful.
Yeah.
Awful. It didn't happen. As a matter of fact, Days of Future Past completely wiped it out.
That is such a good idea.
It was a good idea. It completely wiped it out because of the time travel plot. Dude, it was so good.
All right.
But after the credits, there's a teaser where it shows a very young Apocalypse just using his telekinesis to create the pyramids.
So Apocalypse...
And all the Egyptians are chanting his name. Ad Nabasur, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was the first mutant.
Nabasur.
And one of the most powerful ones.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can't die.
Yeah,
right?
it's very... Well, considering that he has complete control over every molecule in his body, that puts him on, like, Dr. Manhattan level, you know?
Big no blue dongs here.
Well, he is blue. What is it about these super powerful characters all being blue?
Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Is that a reference to something stupid?
I'm blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die, dabba-dee-dabba-die. You know.
No, I don't.
Really? Eiffel 65? The song Blue?
I don't know what you're doing here to me.
It was like a big hit in the late night. Never mind.
Doesn't sound like my kind of thing.
No, it's not even my kind of thing. Anyway, moving on.
Wow. Fail. Okay, here's one. I mean, this is kind of a cartoon list, but it is mixing up a bit. It's from College Humor, and it is 10 childhood jokes that went over your tiny head.
Childhood jokes, okay.
So basically, these are jokes from cartoons from the day, back in the day that were a little adult.
I always like those.
They probably went over your head as a kid, but now you'd get it, because they always throw in these things for the adults that are forced to watch these things,
Yeah. A lot of the Pixar movies like doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so this number one here, I guess this is from Hey Arnold.
Oh.
And he's talking to his grandpa, who's sitting on the toilet for some reason. And he says, "You're not too old, Grandpa, and you've still got plenty of brain cells." And he says, "No, not since Woodstock."
Yeah, smoked it all away.
Okay, this is from the Animaniacs. I can't stand that, but...
I love Animaniacs.
Well, it's got that Minerva Mink chick, and she says, "Never mind that, just give me the bird." And then Dot says, "We can't, this is a family show." I'm giving the bird to the Animaniacs right now.
I really like Animaniacs, sir.
This next one's from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
I guess they got this other little girl that's with them, and the guy that created the Powerpuff... Is he their dad, or what's the deal? I don't know, but he says, "Nice to meet you, Robin. I'm the professor. He made us in his laboratory by accident." And the little girl goes, "It's okay, Professor. I was an accident, too." And then, of course, the look of abject horror on his face.
You're my favorite mistake.
Justice League.
Yeah.
The Flash points to himself, says, "Fastest man alive." Hawkgirl says, "Which might explain why you can't get a date."
Hey! That's a good show.
Way to go, Hawkgirl.
Yeah.
Okay, from the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh.
He's on a plane. There's this girl next to him. She says, "I'm Mary Jane." He's like, "That's my favorite name." They kept teasing you with the wee jokes and that, but they wouldn't commit,
No, because, kids.
Okay, this next one is so fucking tiny that I can't even read the text.
Oh, man.
It's some cartoon with CGI robots. Let's see, I gotta really zoom in here.
Reboot?
No, it's a little newer than that.
Oh.
This one robot says, "I'm here," and then this, I guess, girl robot says, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. You missed the delivery. But it's okay. Making the baby's the fun part." And
What?
then she pulls out a box, build a baby, because, they're robots.
Because they're robots.
Yeah. But still, that's funny.
Yeah.
Number 7, I don't know what show this is from, but it shows a big sign that says Bank of Evil, formerly Lehman Brothers. You see, yeah, kids wouldn't get that,
Yeah. Bank of Evil.
I don't know what show this is, some live-action teenager thing, and this guy says, how does a person go, they're in school, to give it some context, how does a person go from an A to a D? And this girl says, happened to me in the 8th grade.
Ah! Ooh. Holy smokes!
See, that's funny, because a kid might think, yeah, she was dumb in the 8th grade, and we're thinking, like, no, she was developing in the 8th grade.
From A to D? Jeez, man, you're going to have stretch marks.
Well, I don't think you get stretch marks from that, otherwise every woman would have them.
But that fast?
Well, that's over the course of a year.
Yeah,
dude, boobs happen. Okay, this next one's from Rugrats. This is a classic one with the grandpa. And he says, I rented you boys some movies, Reptar Come Home, Reptar Redux, and my personal favorite, Lonely Space Vixens. That's for after you go to bed.
I really did not like Rugrats.
Wow, there's a word you can't pronounce.
Rugrats. I did not like that show whatsoever.
And then, finally, from Shrek, so that must be Lord Farquaad's castle. Do you think maybe he's compensating for something? Just the fact that they named him Lord Farquaad is meant to sound like fuckwad.
Yeah, fuckwad.
Because he was based on a Disney executive.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Was he short?
Well, they made him like that on purpose. I think it was supposed to be Eisen. What's his name? Michael Eisen, whatever the hell.
Eisner?
Eisner, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, out of 10, I'm going to go 7.
I'm going to go 7 as well. I'll go right up there with you.
I just found this one. Amazing concept here. This is probably going to be our last one. It's from College Humor.
Okay.
It's 16 what the fuck WikiHows that answer questions that you didn't think needed to be answered.
So WikiHow is like a Wikipedia, but answering your questions?
Well, WikiHow, it's more like a collection of how-to guides.
How-to, okay.
So these are how-to guides that no one needed, pretty much.
But they're there, okay.
They do exist. Number 1, how to descend a staircase with elegance. Oh, I think most of them are going to be like overly complicated like that, like very specific.
Complicating a simple task.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I go to the next one? I don't see an arrow or anything.
You just got to slide down the banister.
Yeah. How to create a love affair. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. It's way worse than that. How to create a love altar.
A love altar?
Person's picture, candle.
Yeah.
Kind of creepy shit.
Oh, okay, so you're not with this person.
And here's a sample. Acquire mementos of them. This can be anything from a page of their notebook to cultures made of their dead skin cells.
I don't like where that's going.
No, and I'm going to stop right there. Number 3, how to survive a super comet hitting Earth.
Jump at the moment of impact.
That would do it, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Number 4, how to act like a mermaid at school.
What the fuck? What? How?
No. How isn't the question. Why?
Why?
Is the question.
No, there's more than just how and why.
Well, it's mostly why, but here's the sample. Act alert around water. If you happen to get a drop of water on you, run away to hide in the bathroom or frantically dry it off. When the class is talking about the ocean, listen intently like you already know these things, but you're looking to point out a mistake. Or to be mysterious, clam up completely.
What? Who wants to act like a mermaid? Do they watch that H2O show?
I have no answers to the questions that you're asking.
Apparently, the WikiHow does.
Number 5, how to pee yourself as a woman.
I bet some of these people make these just to friggin' troll the WikiHow.
I'd like to think so, but it's probably not the case.
Oh no, why would you want to pee yourself?
Well, from what I can tell, the instruction is if you're going to pee yourself, how to do it without making a mess, I guess.
Like, it's inevitable, you're not going to make it.
Yeah. Number 6, how to act like a robot.
Robot. There we go. I did it. You just say robot and...
I am robot.
Nah, you got to just keep saying the word robot over and over again. Robot.
Number 7, how to spot a spy.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you spot them, they're not a very good spy.
Yeah.
Number 8, how to trust a wife.
Whoa! That's a loaded answer.
Very different, yes. Number 9, how to become a Civil War corpse.
Oh, dear. Lie still, fucker.
Okay, so this is insanely... I'm guessing this is for people who do Civil War reenactments.
How to become a... You just lie there.
Yeah.
What more is there to it?
Here's number 6 on their tips. Clutch your wound. Spectators need to know where you've just been shot and that it hurts, hence the clutching.
But it doesn't hurt because you're fucking dead.
Well, maybe dying, you know. Like I think they're saying, like, how to act, like, you know, how to do a death scene, in other words.
A death rattle.
Number 10, how to make people think you have ice powers for girls.
What the
So
hell?
not only are there people out there who need to know how to fool people into thinking they have ice powers, but this one's specifically for the ladies.
I think it's the Frozen movie. Once it's popular.
Here's their tip. Whenever you see a movie where someone has ice powers, look at your hand for a second. No.
No, somebody would have to be
number
watching.
11, how to get your mom to stop blogging about your life.
That's actually might be kind of helpful if you're in that situation.
If you have that specific problem, then yes.
Yes.
Number 12, how to be okay with having a communist friend.
What? Whoa, dude.
Well, yeah. Okay.
If you have a communist friend, just let them believe, I guess, whatever the hell, who cares?
Number 13, how to impress middle school boys with your knowledge of Family Guy.
Huh.
For the very small portion of people that want to impress middle school boys.
Yeah, so just be as obscure as possible.
So in other words, it's a guide for pedophiles.
Oh, shit.
Number 14, how to live it up before you're 12.
Whoa.
Wow.
What do you do before you're 12 to live it up?
Take a shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like Eddie Murphy used to joke about his first comedy routine he did when he was 15. He said it was all about taking a shit because that's all he's done. Number 15, how to get your family to be naked.
I don't like that.
Why would you want your family to be naked?
I don't want to
They should have how to get your family to wear more clothing.
Yes, keep more clothes on.
You know.
Even when they're naked, they're still clothed.
Okay, lost the window there. Bring it back. Okay, so last one, number 16, how to wake up from the American dream.
Ooh, whoa, that is deep.
I don't think it's deep. I think they're just taking the words American dream literally.
Oh.
That is, nobody asked for any of these, especially number 15.
Oh,
how to get your family to be naked. Why would you want your family to be naked?
Maybe it's best we leave those kinds of answers to the people who need them.
Well, you know, these people can go and write their fucking Flowers in the Attic fan fiction and leave me the fuck alone, okay? Out of 16, I'm going to give that a 16. These are all terrible.
I gotta give it a 16 as well. What a good way to end it, man.
That's
with that
crazy.
weird-ass list.
That weird-ass is the way to say it, man.
That's list critics, too.
Balls crazy.
Balls deep crazy.
Not just
Hopefully not
crazy.
with a naked family.
Yeah, not... If your balls deep in your family, you're doing it wrong.
Oh,
Don't you even know how to do Don't you know how to family?
Do you even family?
Yeah, do you even family? I don't care how hot your cousin is. She's your cousin, goddammit.
Yeah, however many times removed, you don't want to be getting
You know what?
in
I
there
actually
to have
looked
to
up
remove
what that meant because I never understood what that meant. Like
Yeah?
twice removed, and I looked it up and I read it
What?
and I was like, oh, okay. And since then, I've completely forgotten what it
Ah,
actually
shit,
meant.
because I was going to ask, like, what does that mean?
It has something to do with generations.
Like, is it a cousin of a cousin? And
No,
every...
no. It does have something to do with being of a different generation, though.
Oh,
I just
my,
don't
okay.
remember the specifics of it.
So 5 times removed, one of you is probably dead.
Well, you know, when you think about it, when they refer to, like, oh, your cousin thrice removed or whatever, they're usually referring to somebody from the past, right?
Right.
So there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Anyway, we do got to end it here. I hope you guys had fun with List Critics 2 and, you know, Jesse hanging up on me and everything.
Woohoo!
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
I should probably bring up the recording window to hit stop.